Welcome into the Lamar Consolidated ISD Tournament. Kyle Harris alongside James Kowalski, a.k.a. Coach Kovo. And we have a good one coming up for you here in the silver bracket. We have George Ranch going up against Willis. And looks like we're just warming up on a couple of free throws here. It's going to be Willis's number one, S.J. Young. And let me
welcome Willis to take those 2 foul shots. I'm sorry, I stepped away to the restroom. I didn't really start a little before I was ready, but I didn't see what happened, Kyle. But yeah, that was a technical foul on George Ranch there. So I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure what happened either, but it is going to be 2-0 to start for Willis. Very interesting way to start the game.
You don't see that often.
No.
But the times I have seen that is like sometimes like there's no dunking allowed in the pregame warm-ups once the officials enter. So I have seen that in the past where, you can dunk in pregame, but then once the officials come in and blow their whistle, you're supposed to not. And so maybe that happened perhaps. I'm not sure. But anyhow, that's going to be a nice little 2-0 start, 2-0 bonus there for the visiting Wildcats.
Yeah, it is. And it's the first time I'm seeing these 2 clubs this year, Coach. Really looking forward to this. Both really great ball clubs out here in the Lamar Consolidated. We have George Ranch and Willis, and it's going to be a miss for Willis to start out, but number 5, Curtis McNeil for George Ranch, and going up and trying to finish that was Carter, with 20, Julius Carter.
Yeah, Willis starting off in man-to-man defense, and that's one thing you kind of see early is that there is a size advantage for George Ranch, no doubt about it. I mean, you see big Chidi, number 23, Chidi Chukwelu, and in addition, number 20 shooting the foul shots, Julius Carter. I mean, both those guys, are the 2 biggest guys on the floor, and they're both wearing white uniforms.
Exactly, and I was talking to Coach earlier about Chidi Chekawalu, just because it's a little interesting name, Coach. And
there he is, Chidi, keeping it alive, offensive rebound. Another, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was expecting. They were talking about Chidi being possibly one of the top scorers here for George Ranch. Big man Chidi Chekawalu. So we'll see how he does today, and nice offensive rebound going to the charity stripe for 2. A little bit of music that just came out of nowhere. Nice 2 free throws made there by Chidi. Willis bringing the ball up now, number 4, Jermaine Bishop. And big block there. That was number 21, Liam Darty. And we're moving fast, Coach. We've got a very fast pace here as Willis going up for the rebound. And that was just blocked, and all together, Julius Carter and Chidi Chikawalu right there. They were not letting that ball, but looks like we're going to have a foul.
No, this is going to be out of bounds off the Longhorns. Okay.
Pass it back out, number 15, Beasley. Passing it over to Bishop. Bishop trying to work it on the perimeter, and he's going to travel. So that's going to give the ball back to George Ranch. 3-2 lead for George Ranch after Willis shot those 2 free throws before the game.
I think, Willis at a size disadvantage, but see, they can kind of combat that by using their speed to their advantage, right? They're a little smaller, but they're quick. They're trying to go to full court pressure at the trap.
And they almost got him there, but George Ranch able to get across the half, and it's going to be a timeout called by George Ranch. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lamar Consolidated ISD Silver Tournament here on Vype Live. And welcome back. Kyle Harris alongside James Kowalski here for the Lamar Consolidated ISD Silver Tournament. And both these teams made it to the finals. We have George Ranch and Willis. George Ranch with an early 3-2 lead. And unfortunate turnover right there. That was McNeil for George Ranch, just stepping out of bounds right there. And it's going to go back to the Willis Wildcats.
Yeah, I think that pressure, I mean, it's starting to have a little bit of effects here, even early on.
Yeah, Willis with that full court press early in this game. And you're absolutely right, Coach. It does seem to be stopping George Ranch a little bit, but we see Willis struggling a little bit on offense here, trying to find some space and separation, but we'll take away and big Chitty with the block there. Not even close to getting near that rim.
Yeah, you can see number 20, Julius Carter, kind of forcing the drive baseline because he's got help from his big man. So it's just cool to see the contrast in styles. Like, both of these teams play very differently. Willis is playing the full court man-to-man. You got George Ranch playing the 2-3 zone in the half court. So it's just kind of cool to see the contrast in styles and the construction of their roster.
Absolutely, and Jevin Allen for Willis makes the first of 2 free throws. And the second one drops as well.
I think for Willis to win this game, it's going to be their guard play. They're going to rely on their guards. They're going to just make sure that they don't let Chitty eat too much down low, and that mitigate him a little bit. And I think that's their path to success. And then conversely for George Ranch, they're going to want to use their side. Right, great steal there.
Look at that great full court pressure there by Willis. He's going to get the steal, but loses the ball. It's going to be McNeil going up with the right hand for George Ranch, and he's going to get fouled. But great defense there by George Ranch. That full court pressure caused that turnover. Just not able to handle the ball on the other end.
Yeah, great defense from Willis.
Yes.
Yep. And so far, I mean, they've been having success, with their trap. So we'll see. Maybe as the game settles in, George Ranch will settle into the flow a little bit, be able to kind of break it a little bit easier. But right now it's been problematic. But good hustle there by number 5, Curtis McNeil. Get an opportunity here at the foul stripe.
And he's going to miss both of them. And the ball's going to stay.
Offensive rebounding, Kyle.
Yep. And that was Julius Carter, who we've been talking about.
Floater.
Ooh, off the backboard. That's Alvin Bro.
Yes, sir.
Out of George Ranch there with the floater off the backboard. And it's going to be a timeout called.
Coach Clarkson want to talk that over. I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, guys, we got to control the boards. I mean, you can't let George Ranch live on the offensive rebounding.
Absolutely. And we're going to stay right here. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Daz Pitt Law Firm. When it comes to accidental injury cases in Houston, there's one law firm that files more cases in Harris and surrounding counties than any other firm. That's Daz Pitt Law Firm. Why? Because they're the best at what they do, getting their clients the compensation they deserve for injuries they've wrongfully suffered in an accident. Kyle Harris here. If you suffered an injury in an accident or would like a free case review, call the super team at Daz Pitt Law Firm, 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and DazPittLaw.com.
Hey Kyle, can I give a shout out to the Stratford Spartans for winning the game before we start here? My good friend Brett Nixon, the head coach, gets a big win against a really tough Foster squad. That one went down all the way to the wire.
It was a lot of fun to watch, Coach. I got here up here a little early, and the fans were going at it earlier on the game. And it was a very close game in the end, super intense. And Stratford coming out with the three-point win in that one. A lot of fun high school basketball to watch here. As have George Ranch with the ball. And Willis able to score 2 down on the other end there.
Oh, that's great job. Good job sitting in there for the charge. Trying to see the number. That number 1. That's number 1 for Willis. S.J. Young. Takes a lot of courage to sit in there against the big man coming charging down the paint.
Oh, yeah. Really great defense there by Young. Substitution here checking out for George Ranch is number 20, Julius Carter, and checking in is number 25, Sean Johnson.
Even as they go into their bench, there's still more height and length for George Ranch. So Young takes the charge and hits the 15-footer.
Yeah, great floater there by Young. And now Willis takes a 1-point lead early here in this first quarter. And nice 3-ball there. That was number 5, Curtis McNeil. First 3 of the game for him, and George Ranch up 8-6.
Man, McNeil's done a really nice job tonight, and he just draws a charge there, McNeil. Curtis McNeil getting in there, he's going to come out, but man, great time in there. Going to make a sub in the backcourt here, so both McNeil and Alvin Bro are going to come out. They were replaced by number 1, Evan Howard, and number 3, Orion Limbrick.
And we'll see, we got the second unit coming in here for George Ranch. Having early 2-point lead here, but that Willis pressure, I feel like, is really getting to George Ranch and causing a lot of turnovers early here, Coach.
Yeah, I would imagine a fairly short rest for McNeil and Carter. Yeah, because I think you're going to want steady ball handling, against the press. And sometimes, you dip into your bench a little bit. It's going to take them time to settle into the game as well.
Exactly. S.J. Young,
nice pass.
Top of the key.
Cleaned up by Chitty. Chitty 2 block. Man, he's been dominant in there.
Really good in the paint.
It's at least 3 blocks, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. We got Chitty at the top of the key, passing it over to Limbrick. Limbrick working on the perimeter, getting it out to Howard. Howard at the top of the key. Really great defense, though, by Willis Mount. Man, getting it down low to Chitty. Big block there by S.J.
Young.
Big block. And now we go the other way with Willis. We got Masha pushing it. Pass it over. Big 3 there and just off. And big rebound for Chitty.
I'm a big fan of S.J. Young's game, Kyle. He's kind of involved all over the place. He took a charge. He got help side block. He's been, scoring on offense. Kind of an all-around player.
Great basketball IQ.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing him kind of move his head, see where he knows where the ball is at all times, but he also wants to make sure, see where everybody is behind his shoulder. And
right there, he just made a defensive call to his teammates.
Yep.
Good flash. Misread there defensively. It was way too easy of a cut there for Johnson.
Yes, yeah, Johnson not able to make though. Willis scrappy, trying to fight for that rebound.
You have to be if you're that size, Yep. You remember last year, or maybe a year or two ago, when the Rockets went extreme small ball?
Yeah.
And
picked up Ty Lawson, if I'm not mistaken, or Russell Westbrook.
Basically, we traded Capella.
Yeah.
We had to go super small. Oh, nice! Wow, good range there.
I miss Capella, but yeah, S.J.
Howard.
For 3. Nope, you're right.
Evan
Howard for George Ranch is with the 5-point lead here, and it's going to be a timeout taken by George Ranch. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere.
Well, actually, no. There's some kind of violation. I missed what it was, but. All
right, we're staying right here. George Ranch with the 11-6 lead early. Got about 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Getting it out to Limbrick, passing it over to Doughty, and Doughty, I believe, is going to go to the cherry stripe for 2. Just a blocking foul. They're called on Willis.
Yeah, S.J. Young just sitting in there trying to take another charge, but the official's going to say that he slid under Doughty as Doughty tried to kind of do the little Euro step around him to the left.
Yes. Doughty able to knock down both free throws there for George Ranch, give them a 7-point lead. Bringing the ball up for the Wildcats is Masha.
I really like Evan Carter. He was encouraging his teammates to get their hands up there on the defensive possession. Nice pass inside.
Yeah, really good job. That was number 20, Ashad Garden there on the finish.
I think the key for Willis is to have Chitty, to draw him up out from underneath the basket and then dive back door like they did there. Chitty kind of extended towards the free throw line, and so he wasn't there in his normal shot blocking position.
A lot of movement of the ball passing. It's going to be a travel. They're going to call that on Doughty, but I hear you, Coach. I think Chitty's the best defender down there in the paint for George Ranch, and if you can get him out of the paint, you can start opening some of those holes like we just saw from Garden down low on the left side.
Yeah, him and Doughty are the only ones that have not subbed. And here come a couple more subs. This may be Chitty's first break. Looks like they're going to bring in the big Reese Black.
Yes, number 35, Reese Black.
He's probably about 6'6", 6'7", maybe 6'8". Good size. S.J. Young, nice spin move inside, but they're going to call him for shuffling his feet there.
Yep, and here come the subs checking in for George Ranch's number 2. Quentin Wimberly and number 35 Reese Black. Checking out is number 23 Chitty Chickawala and number 21 Liam Doughty.
And again, Reese Black is the son of James Black, the assistant, their first assistant there at the end of the bench. Coach Black was formerly the head coach of Fort Bend Austin, my alma mater. Yeah.
Big shout out to the 4 band schools out there. George Ranch coaches earlier. Oh, they were. Well, I was talking to some of the George Ranch coaches earlier. Yeah, I noticed how big Coach Black was. So.
Yeah, he's probably about 6'10".
It does look like they might have ran into that extension cord down there, so we are having a little bit of technical issues. We're gonna fix that right away. Might just take a little bit.
That's fine.
Come back. Yeah, no, you're good. Because they kind of messed with it over there, but we still have power and everything, so we're just waiting for it to come back. Okay, it's back. All right, sorry about that video delay. We are back. George Ranch leading Willis 13-8. Lindbergh on the sideline trying to pass it out, and that's going to be 5 seconds. Willis doing a great job of just not letting anybody get open, and they're going to cause a 5-second turnover on the side. It's going to be S.J. Young passing it out. Over to Masha. You see the 2-3 zone from George Ranch here. Trying to keep their man in front of them. And that's S.J. Young for 3. A little bit off there to the right. George Ranch is pushing. And it looks like they're going to call an offensive foul on number 1, Evan Howard. He's going to give the ball back to Willis. We have another sub coming in for George Ranch. Number 5, Curtis McNeil checking in for Howard now. We got substitution. S.J. Young checking out for Willis. Checking in is number 23, DeLeon Robinson.
I always like to watch the rotations, and kind of really see who the coaches, lean on the most. And you can tell S.J. Young I think he is the building block of this Willis team.
Yeah, no, I could totally agree with you, Coach, especially with early on. Not a lot of these coaches might know some of these players coming up.
Sure, yeah.
S.J. Young definitely looks like a rising star for Willis.
Yeah, these December tournaments are really critical just to kind of get your last little run through before you get ready to start district play. It's kind of your last tune-up,
Yes.
But, as you said, there are still decisions being made on the rotation and who they can count on in the big games that count for playoff seeding.
Absolutely right. George Ranch going to get the turnover there. Lindbergh pushing the ball, trying to pass over to Wimberly, not able to handle it. So just moving a little bit too fast there for George Ranch, and Willis going to get the ball again. 40 seconds left to go.
Let's see if Willis tries to maybe really hold for this last shot. They can. I mean, there's no shot clock. See if they'll work it around. Be patient. Get their best look.
And Willis losing the ball. Official's going to say that it's going to remain here. Nice defense by George Ranch to knock it out. It's number 10, Jackson Day. Pass it out. We got Masha at the top of the key. Masha's been like the primary point guard for Willis, I think, this entire game. She usually stays at the top of the key, tries to work it around the perimeter. And they are going to let the shot clock tick down. Now under 10 seconds. Masha at the top of the key, tries to find Robinson down low, and he's going to get fouled with less than a second remaining on the shot clock. Great decision there from your point guard, Isaiah Masha, to find DeLeon Robinson down low on that left block, and Robinson not able to finish, but going to get the contact and go to the free throw line for 2. Robinson misses the first one just off the front of the rim. Both these teams keeping it close here near the end of the first quarter. Making the second one there is Robinson. George Ranch going to pass it in. And that's the end of the first quarter. George Ranch leading Willis 13-9. And we'll be right back for the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Vype Live. George Ranch leading Willis 13-9. Kyle Harris alongside Coach Kovo at Foster High School for the Lamar Consolidated ISD Silver Championship. George Ranch and Willis going back and forth in that first quarter, but it's going to be George Ranch with a 4-point lead going into the second. Yeah.
Look at that size along the back line, Kyle. Between Carter, Chukwelu, and Black, all of them are over 6'5". I mean, it's just incredible size and length.
Yeah, it really is, and it's tough for Willis, but they're staying into it with that size, just trying to get a little bit lower. But size on George Ranch's side, and it's going to be tough to hold, Black or Big Chitty down low for Willis.
And that's why this full court pressure is going to be so important. And nice finish there by Dowdy, but the full court press is going to be important to try to turn them over before they can get into their half court set.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you there, Coach. And only scoring 9 points in that first quarter, not maybe the best for Willis. Maybe want to see a little bit more, as that was Masha off the top of the key, and it's going to go back to George Ranch. But both these teams having to work up the bracket to get here. Both winners have played some really tough games.
Despite all the size, though, they don't really try to post up. There you go. Now, there you go. I was just on cue. Look like they're about to try to post Chitty, but they never got it down to him.
Yeah, they're moving it around. They're going to get to Dowdy at the top of the key. He bangs it in for three.
Good celebration there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Big three ball there from Liam Dowdy, and George Ranch now has a 17-9 lead. And Willis, ball is just getting a little bit stagnant there. Passing over to Allen, getting it over to Bishop, trying to move it around to S.J. Young at about the free throw line, and it rolls in for him. Big shot there from Young to answer back that George Ranch three.
Shooter's roll. That ball kind of didn't look like SJ's normal shot. Didn't have a lot of rotation on it, but he still got the roll, which is really impressive.
Really high arc on that shot, for sure.
And now SJ is matched up with Chide down low, but they're not going down there.
And Chide's going to just let one go to the top of the key as well, and just a little bit off. Going to call a push on Willis.
It's going to go on to George Ranch. On Black coming over the back. That's the key. Even when you are outsized, if you can just maintain your position, a lot of times you can draw that foul. Reese Black's kind of got his hands up saying, what can I do differently? I mean, I'm just bigger. I just went up for it.
Exactly. It's tough. It's tough because any type of movement of your limbs, they're usually going to call it just because you are the
and the size difference magnifies it, the contact.
Oh, yeah. That's a big three there from Willis, number 15. Beasley missing, but great up and rebound. Was that Young on the rebound for two?
I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I didn't. Got a 5-on-4 advantage here. One of the Willis defenders fell down. Chitty's going to attack the basket. Can't quite finish. Gets the offensive board. Good hustle there. That was number 15, Chandler Beasley, but turns it over. Left-hand scoop.
Yeah,
nice
that's
finish.
a big steal by Alvin Bro. Nice up and over with the left hand, and they're going to call a quick timeout on the Willis side. We're going to stay right here, though, talk a little bit about this game and what we've been seeing. Coach, what have you seen so far on the George Ranch side and what they've been able to accomplish with a 6-point lead early here in the second quarter?
Yeah, I think they've done the only struggle they've had is really kind of handling the full court pressure, but honestly, it hasn't been that bad. I mean, obviously, they're up 6. They've been able to weather it. And then once they get into their half-court set, I mean, they've been really effective. There's not turn the ball over down there. They're doing a good job on the offensive boards, taking advantage of their size, and really defensively, I think that's where they're really doing a good job with their size. I mean, I feel like Chidi Chekwalu's done a great job just protecting the cup. Along with Julius Carter, that whole back line just has lots of length and size. They're doing a good job contesting shots, and so I think that's why Willis is only at 13 points here into the second quarter. So good defensive effort from George Ranch.
I couldn't agree with you more, Coach. Real quick, because I know we're about to come back. What does Willis have to do to try and get back into this game, you think?
I think they got to start turning him over, then you get some transition buckets. It's so hard once George Ranch gets set in that 2-3 defense. They're so long.
Yes.
They've got to turn him over and then get layups, try to cut into that lead a little bit.
couldn't agree with you more, Coach. Just trying to put a little bit more pressure on that full court press, maybe, and take more risks, try and get that ball. Hopefully, refs don't call, a little handsy or something. Just be a little bit more physical, right?
That's a great point, Kyle, because both teams are one foul away from the one-on-one bonus, so that's going to become a factor as well.
All right, and we're back on the court, and that's going to be a quick foul.
So now S.J. Young's going to be shooting the one-on-one. Just perfect timing. Every time we bring something up, it seems like it's just on cue. But this would be the other part. They need to take advantage of being in the bonus and not settle for one out of two. They need to go 2 for 2 on a lot of these trips.
Absolutely right. And Evan Howard checking out, who got the foul called on him for George Ranch. Checking back in, number 5, Curtis McNeil for George Ranch. Got 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. S.J. Young able to knock down the first one. And able to knock down both of them. And here's that full court press from Willis. And big steal trying to get to it, and he does. That was number 4, Jermaine Bishop. Passing it back out to Pecchio, and that's going to be a turnover on Willis. Really good job on the full court press to get the stop from George Ranch, but not able to finish on the offensive end. We got Doughty on the sideline, trying to get the ball in. Going to find McNeil, back to Doughty. And nice pass to that center, Julius Carter right there. And Alvin Breaux for 3, got nothing but air on that one. Big rebound though from Chitty, but he stepped out of bounds, so it's going to go back to Willis. Willis basketball, and you can really start to see the defensive intensity step up for Willis as they're just trying to not give George Ranch anything. Got a steal, but just a little bit wild on the offensive end. Not able to finish.
Yeah, here's that opportunity you talked about, Kyle. I mean, it's only a 4-point game.
Yeah.
This is it. This is a great opportunity, and you're in the bonus. If you can go in there and get a foul, you go right back to the free throw line.
They needed that one. Just off the front of the rim, and it's going to remain Willis ball. It was Liam Doughty just kind of throwing it out of bounds there. Jermaine Bishop going to be passing it out from the baseline.
Oh, nice cut by Pelayo. He did a good job trying to draw the foul. They just couldn't quite get it, but that would have been a nice opportunity.
And now George Ranch pushing the ball down the court, and they're going to set back up to the top of the key with Breaux. S.J. Young right on him. Going to find Carter. Back to Breaux. And a little bit of pressure here from Willis, but going to get the ball back to Carter. Carter pushed in, trying to finish with the right hand, and that's a
great job, Pelayo.
Great charge there from Willis.
I was going to recognize Pelayo in that last possession when Doughty kind of, was swiping around with the ball and lost it.
Yes.
Part of that was Pelayo was going for it, and Pelayo kind of was giving a little bit of the business when, and I just feel like Pelayo is a player that kind of has that edge. He's one of those guys that comes off the bench and just gives that little bit of burst of energy and kind of meanness, and I think that's a big part of what they need right now. They need that little boost of energy, and Pelayo taking that charge is huge.
You need someone down there doing the dirty work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Pelayo has been doing that for Willis, and steal from George Ranch. That's Doughty with it. Nice little Euro there, trying to finish with the right, not able to. Ball bouncing around, and it's going to remain. It's going to go back to Willis.
Everybody likes trying to set up for charges against Doughty because he kind of got that hard charging style. I remember C.J. Young tried to do it earlier. But yeah, he's pretty adept at trying to just...
really nice Euro there. Not able to finish it, but he was able to get around the defender.
He plays maybe the most minutes. He has not subbed often, Doughty.
Yeah. And you're right. Absolutely right. Allen at the top of the key. Pass it over. Willis just trying to get into the paint somehow. I keep seeing him pass it around the perimeter. He's going to be a 3, just a little bit short for Masha. Big rebound, though, and going up and getting fouled. That was number 4, Jermaine Bishop, and kudos to Bishop for fighting down low with some of the big guys that George Ranch has.
So despite the size, oftentimes in zone defense, a weakness is rebounding because you don't actually have a man that you can quickly turn around to box out, so you can give up offensive boards. So what Willis needs to do is if they can start hitting some of these threes. I mean, they haven't been hitting at a high percentage tonight, and they missed the free throw. I mean, if they can start converting at a little bit higher clip, I really think this game will be about even. I mean, these are two, even though they're very different in their styles,
yes,
they're evenly matched teams. So it's going to be an entertaining finish.
I couldn't agree with you more there. Bishop takes the second one. He's able to make one of two. From 19 to 16, George Ranch leads. And we'll see the full court press and kind of hit off Willis' foot there. That was S.J. Young. And they find Big Chitty across the half-court line and not able to finish, though. That was Julius Carter. And going all the way back over the right hand and one. Big finish there for Masha.
Yeah,
now it's only a 1 point game.
Yeah, McNeil tried to take the charge there, but the official said he wasn't set. He kind of slid up underneath when once Masha was already up airborne. So huge opportunity, obviously, here to complete the and one and tie up the game.
Yeah, George Rance substituting. Alvin Bro checking in for Orion Limbrick. And here we go with Isaiah Masha for the and one attempt.
And there it is. And I think the biggest thing, Kyle, is like I feel like George Ranch has been stuck on 19 for a while.
Yes.
You know, the offense has bogged down.
Yep, they have, and trying to find people that full court press really is making a difference, and you can just see the effort and the momentum right now is with the Willis Wildcats.
I think a little bit too much passing. I think honestly right there that Wimberly could have maybe continued on because he had some space there around that high post area. And also one thing, I would try to force feed my bigs a little bit, you know.
I agree with you. Now we get Doughty down low and trying to finish with the right hand, not able to, but still trying to go for the rebound. And they're going to give the ball to the Willis Wildcats.
Reason being, I think if you can get some shots from down low, I think you also have a high percentage of an offensive rebound, you know, with Carter,
or
Doughty, Chitty.
Yeah.
I mean, I just need to start getting some shots up, but not from distance. When you're shooting from distance, you're starting to get long rebounds. That can lead to transition for Wimberly. So I just think for George Ranch, they're going to just want to get deep into the heart of the defense, try to get some shots up. Easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. We are in the bonus. That's going to be Jermaine Bishop.
Double bonus now. Yeah, just 10 team fouls. So now it's going to be 2 foul shots each and every time. Granted, only 2 minutes left, but still, that could become valuable for Willis.
Bishop able to knock down both of them. George Ranch getting it over to Sean Johnson. Now they're over the half-court line. Got Curtis McNeil at the top of the key. S.J. Young on him.
This is one byproduct, I think, of kind of like the new age positionless basketball where bigs shoot threes and things of that nature. Some of them, teams just aren't accustomed to just getting it down low to a big man.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I completely agree with you, Coach. I mean, and even at the highest level of the NBA, you could see the transition now. It's Steph Curry ball is what I call it.
That's a good one. Kyle, that is what I was calling for. And it didn't finish it, but nice execution.
Yeah, nice pick and roll there for Chitty. I think that was McNeil on the other side of that. Not able to finish, but that's exactly what you want to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing him take one more dribble and go up there and try to dunk it. You know, go up strong, two-hand, you know, rather than just immediately going up, you know. Yeah. One more power dribble.
Limbrick cutting in, trying to finish with the right, and great job sliding in there and able to get the 2 points to tie it back up for George Ranch. You needed that if you're George Ranch. It's been a while. Been stuck on 19 for a good minute. Got less than a minute left to go in this first half.
They're going to jump him. I would just pull it back. I would continue to just pull it back out.
I think that's what Willis is going to do. Less than 30 seconds now to go. Oh,
nice hands by McNeil.
Yep. Great hands. George Ranch pushing now. It's Limbrick, and he's going to pull it out himself. Good awareness of the clock from both teams.
Well done, yeah.
Limbrick able to get around the defense.
There it is.
Oh, man!
That's what they needed.
Big Chitty Chekawalu.
That is what they needed, Kyle.
What a dunk. And that's going to do it for the first half. George Ranch going in with a 2-point lead. Wow, way to finish off on a bang. Probably the biggest play of the game. Any thoughts going into this halftime, Coach?
Well, again, rather than just kind of moving the ball around the perimeter and settling for a perimeter shot, just get the ball into the heart of the defense. Once the defense collapses, now you got the lob wide open for Chitty. So I really like that execution. It felt like it kind of improved kind of the latter part of the second quarter. So I think that's something that Coach Brian Henry is going to be kind of talking about in the locker room just to continue to improve on it. And the flip side, for Coach Clark, I think he's probably pretty happy with his team. There was a moment there where it felt like this could turn into a double-digit differential, but Willis did a great job staying in the game, continuing to play hard defensively, and they really scratched and clawed their way back into the game. And
couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more, Coach. And we're going to see some of these next couple teams coming up here during the halftime, but wanted to talk to you a little bit more about Daz Pitt Lung. This is Daz Pitt Law. This is Kyle Harris. You know I'm a numbers guy. Well, I like the numbers that Daz Pitt Law Firm is putting up for their clients. The super team at Daz Pitt Law handles a full range of personal injury cases and are getting results for their clients in big numbers. Car accidents, truck accidents, industrial accidents, construction accidents, maritime accidents, offshore accidents, you name it. If this is you or someone you know, I encourage you to get a free case review from Daz Pitt Law Firm, 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT, and DazPittLaw.com.
right, welcome back here to the beginning of the second half. McNeil for a long three, no good. Rebound to Willis, looking to run with it. Get it up the sideline. Good job by McNeil getting back defensively. Going to get back into the offensive set. The defense by Bro to stop the penetration. S.J. Young for three, long off the back iron. Offensive rebound, stolen. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Longhorns. Euro step, left-hand finish, good. That's number 3, Orion Limbrick. All right, nice penetration inside. Fake, right hand, no good. Rebound by Chitty, just a little bit too much mustard on the pass there.
Too much mustard on that from Chitty. But George Ranch with the early 2 points coming into this third quarter, 25-21 lead over Willis, and it was really back and forth in that first half. I mean, it started to look like George Ranch was going to pull away with it, and Willis really fought back hard and tied it up at the half.
Interesting adjustment, though. Look at that. They're man-to-man now. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
I think they're going to get the offensive foul there. Oh. It seemed like there was a little bit of indecision, but to me it did seem, I think like number 4, Jermaine Bishop, did kind of put his shoulder into that screen just a little bit, so I think that's the right call. But George Ranch, interestingly enough, came out in man-to-man defense there. They played 2-3 zone throughout the first half, so that's always kind of cool, some of the things that are discussed at halftime.
Coach must have saw something to switch it up.
You know, and it also could be, it's like this is still tournament play. Coach just may wants to work on both. One half work on zone, other half work on man, you know. It's not, even though of course you want to win the tournament championship, it's not necessarily about winning is the first priority. I mean, it's getting yourself ready for district.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, Coach. I mean, we're still in the preliminary stages of high school basketball around here, and that's how these tournaments are getting started. Guys getting their legs fresh. You know, a lot of these guys are multifaceted athletes getting back into basketball shape. That's what these tournaments are set for, as well as for the coaches and staff to see who those guys are. But we're still very, very early.
Nice challenge, Chitty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great job there from Chitty.
Tried again to get him in the lob, but it was tough in transition.
Yep. A little bit of hot potato there. And
nice pass. Nice.
Chitty. Wow. Great job there. That was number 10, Alvin Rowe on the pass, and Chitty with the big finish.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be an alley-oop, you know. It can just be driving and dropping to him, and he'll finish it down there. But, I mean, I think now that they're doing a better job getting penetration deeper into the defense, those opportunities for Chuck Weatherly are starting to open up.
Couldn't agree with you more, Coach. We got Jermaine Bishop at the top of the key. Alvin Bro on him with good defense. Starting to lose it a little bit. Passes it over. 3-ball, and that's in. Isaiah Masha from Willis. Man, he's been looking really good, Coach, in that first half. Pretty much their primary ball handler.
Yeah, Curtis McNeil closed out all the way. Almost took out Coach Huffmeister from Cy Ranch. He actually went through the protective barrier out there. But
yeah. He's still kind of talking about it, too, right now, about that barrier, as he's going to fix. It's going to be a quick timeout on George Ranch. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. George Ranch leading 27-24 here on Vype Live. Welcome back into Foster High School for the Lamar Consolidated ISD Silver Championship. George Ranch leading 27-24. I'm Kyle Harris alongside Coach Kovo, James Kowalewski. On camera, Montserrat doing a great job for us. Going to be here for this first game and the second game, so really appreciate the camera work from her. And got a great crew over here today at Foster for Vype. Big 3-ball there from George Ranch, and that's in. That was Orion Limbrick for the 3, and George Ranch goes up 6.
Yeah, this man-to-man, just a really big departure from the first half when it was all pretty much primarily zone defense.
It's going to be Allen's going to stay with the ball, go up, not able to finish there. Rebounded, though, by Sean Johnson. Or, excuse me, that's Chitty. Chitty taking it up, passing over to McNeil. McNeil getting it back to the top of the key to Bro. Bro about the free throw line. Misses, rebounded by Willis going the other way. Trying to fight with Chitty on it, and have a little fast break here for the Willis Wildcats. Oh, and throwing it away is Jevin Allen. And George Ranch is pushing it the other way. Back and forth pace here. Big block there.
They're going to tee him up. Yeah, so what was that, number 13?
Yes, that was number 13.
Jevin Allen, he got the block and he said, get that out of here, and the ref teed him up for it. So I guess you cannot directly, you can't talk directly to an opponent, I guess is the rule. I don't think he said anything. It wasn't anything profane or anything. Just kind of, he said, get it out of here, and gets a quick technical.
Taking the technical free throw for George Ranch is number 5, Curtis McNeil. He's going to knock the first one down. Yeah, going to make a substitution real quick. Willis is checking in as number 15, Chandler Beasley, and checking out as number 13, Jevin Allen.
It's been all George Ranch here in the third quarter. Has Willis scored yet?
They scored a 3.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Hit a 3, but yeah, it has been all George Ranch early on, and I think it's led to a lot of the man defense has led to a lot of turnovers.
It's definitely changed the look. Yeah, absolutely.
Got Bro at the top of the key, getting it over to McNeil. McNeil spinning around his defender, getting it over to Doughty for 3.
They're starting to heat up from 3 too.
Yeah. And that's going to be a timeout called on Willis. Big Liam Doughty, we saw him doing some really good work there in the first half. We got delay of game warning.
Delay of game warning.
White. That's Big Chitty.
Maybe just something. Sometimes maybe he knocked the ball away. Sometimes it's just I didn't see it, but
yeah, I thought we were calling. Okay, so Willis is going to call the timeout. We're going to take it with him. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Vype Live. In sports, there's talented players and players that work hard to be the best. When you combine talent and hard work, you've got a champion. Kyle Harris here. That's how I can describe Das Pitt Law Firm. Champions. They have a superior team of Texas attorneys that simply won't be outworked. And that's to the benefit of their clients that have suffered injuries in an accident. If you've been in an accident and want some free advice, call Das Pitt Law Firm at 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and daspitlaw.com.
I think Jevin Allen needed Das Pitt Law to represent him there on that technical foul call. I mean, that was not that bad of a. I don't know. It's one of the things I think I would have let it go, but
I'm
then again,
right there agreeing with you, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. The sports are emotional, and he didn't say any cuss words. I mean, he got a little bit aggressive, which I can understand, but. I mean, when you see it in the NBA, college basketball at the high levels, it's hard for some of these young athletes to not emulate what they're seeing. So
at the same time,
agree with you.
At the same time, to stand up for the officials, like I'm sure in their meetings prior to the season, there are certain things they're told to emphasize, and maybe that's been a point of emphasis for this season. Like, hey, don't let the kids directly
talk
too
much.
You know,
you just got to watch your mouth, I guess, on the basketball court now. Got Jermaine Bishop at the top of the key, working it around. It's going to be Isaiah Masha for 3, and just off the back iron, rebounded George Ranch. Lindbergh pushing it. Almost lost it there, but going to get it over to McNeil, who's going to reset the top of the key. And just pull-up jumper at the free throw, just a little bit short for McNeil. Chitty on the board, though, going up for the finish, almost trying to get the
rebound. We thought about it.
37-24, George Ranch really starting to take over. It's Isaiah Masha losing it, trying to get it though. Still is Willis Beasley able to recover. Trying to throw it off the backboard. Was Hatcher not able to find it though, and it goes right back to George Ranch. Willis really struggling this third quarter. Only 3 points to show for it.
Yeah, I think that switch to man-to-man defense just really confounded him here, and we'll see if maybe at the quarter break, Coach Clark can diagram a way to help, get some better looks, but it's been difficult thus far.
Yeah, I can agree with you there, Coach. And Willis still doing very well.
Oh, yeah, a little too much, little extension there for Dowdy. You know, you've really just got to set yourself and be completely still.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more there, but nice shot for Willis here to get the ball again to try and put some points on the board, go on a little run themselves. We saw them going a little run at the end of the second quarter with that full court press. Haven't seen as much of that this quarter, but just offense is struggling right now, and it could go back to that George Ranch.
That's part of the problem, though. Like you said, Kyle, they're not scoring.
Yeah.
So it's nice, like when you score, you can go into your press as they're inbounding the ball, but since they're not scoring, they're having difficulty, getting
back on
right.
Defense,
yeah.
Makes a lot of sense here, and Willis is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Mark Consolidated ISD, the silver bracket. George Ranch leading Willis 37-24 here on Vype Live. All right, welcome back to Foster High School. Kyle Harris alongside Coach Kovo. George Ranch with a 37-24 lead here. Got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And a lot of points scored by George Ranch in this third and not a lot scored by Willis. And that's where we're at.
You got to be careful going into that short corner there. It's easy to get trapped. So.
Yeah, really great steal there by Jermaine Bishop of Willis. Now they got to start to try and get in their offense here. And big block there by Chitty. Willis going to remain with the ball. Going to try and find a shooter on the perimeter. George Ranch staying right in front of him. And they switch back to that 2-3 zone.
Great help.
Yeah. Looks
great
like George
there.
Ranch switched back that 2-3 zone on
Evan
the last
Howard.
play.
Yeah. Evan Howard did a great job of helping and getting that deflection there.
And George Ranch pushing it the other way now. Top of the key is Alvin Bro, throwing it over to Limbrick. George Ranch with a 13-point lead, working it around the perimeter. Got McNeil passing it over to Bro.
Great box out there. Did you see Pelayo got a great box out on Chitty there? I really like Pelayo's game.
Very reminiscent of like a PJ Tucker-esque, player, someone that just does some of the dirty work for you. Shane Battier, back when I was first watching the Rockets, kind of did a similar play style on defense. And they're going to call a blocking foul right there on McNeil. And it's going to be Jermaine Bishop on the other end. They're going to take it on the baseline. He's not.
McNeil wants a teammate to help him up. Here comes Orion Wimberly to the rescue.
And we got big substitutions being made for George Ranch. Number 35, Reese Black checking in. Number 2, Quinn Wimberly checking in. And number 20, Julius Carter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed. That was Orion Limbrick that helped helped McNeil get up.
Yep, Chitty checking out, Limbrick checking out, and McNeil all checking out there. Limbrick's going to stay in it. It's Alvin Bro checking out for George Ranch. A couple slick spots out here.
Yeah. Curtis McNeil was left on the ground for so long that he really saturated that area.
Oh, man. Willis passing on the baseline. Ooh. Jermaine Bishop, top of the key. And big three coming for Willis, not able to get it.
Pelayo again.
Offensive rebound, though. Pass it over to Pelayo for 3, and bang! There's your guy right on you, Coach.
Boom goes the dynamite. Pelayo, man, I love his game. You mentioned the PJ Tucker comp.
Yeah.
It's a guy that's a 3-and-D kind of guy. I mean, he's not very involved in the offense, but he can spot up and hit a 3 if he needs to.
Got George Ranch, less than 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Limbrick I'm sure he's one to shave some clock here. He's got Isaiah Masha right on him. Masha's been great on defending the point guards and doing a great job defensively for Willis all day. Really has been. Getting it down to Black. Black able to put it up nice and easy with the right hand.
I like how Black kept the ball up high the whole time.
Yeah, just not moving your arms, because when you do come down and start to hit some of those not as tall defenders and players, that's when the refs will get you.
Looks like he's a coach's son or something. I mean, the fundamentals have been drilled into him for a long time. So he knew not to lower that basketball.
Yeah, we'll stay here. And speaking of coach's son, we'll go ahead and zoom in on him real quick, just so you can kind of see the height difference right there. So Reese Black's dad is
James.
Yes, the tall guy right there on the right side, the assistant coach for George Ranch, and you can see where he got the height from.
Yes.
Coach. I mean, it's not like it's a surprise to anybody out here, and we've seen George Ranch be really dominant on the boards and able to use that height to their advantage.
Yeah, that was obviously a great quarter for George Ranch. Yeah. But if you are Willis, it's a 12-point differential. I mean, so it's going to take a big run, but they are still within striking distance. But it's going to take, I think it's going to take some turnovers. Like they're going to need to pick up full court. They're going to need to turn the ball over, force some turnovers, and they're going to have to hit 2 or 3 threes.
They're going to have to go on a little run.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with you, Coach. And we saw it in the second quarter. They could get some turnovers and start to shave some of that deficit.
Looks like Coach Henry's going to stick with basically the same lineup here for George Ranch. And now they've gone back to the 2-3, Kyle. So they played that third quarter in man-to-man, but now they're kind of going back to 2-3.
Just keeping Willis on their toes. And get it out to Masha. Nice cut in. Try and finish with a great finish with the right hand. That was number 20, Ashad Garden there. First 2 points for Willis of the quarter. And we see a little bit of that half-court press right as soon as they got it across.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't try to pick up the full.
Maybe just trying a different approach.
Yeah.
Different style. We have Limbrick at the top of the key being guarded by Masha. Passing it over to Wimberly. Wimberly getting over to Black at the top of the key. Back to Limbrick. There's Howard for 3. Bang! Evan Howard. Big 3 there for George Ranch, and an answer on the other end. Big steal there. Number 2, Wimberly passing it up to Limbrick, trying to finish it away, and big block.
S.J. Young.
S.J. Young said, no, not today. And George Ranch going to bring the ball back out to the top of the key. And down the block. Black staying on top, and just like you said, Coach, keeping his hands up high above the ball, not coming down with it. And
that's the thing I like about him. He understands how to use his size, where he doesn't start speeding up. He just takes his time, gets to the spot that he likes, and takes his time and completes, because he knows with he has such a size advantage down there that his shot's most likely not going to be blocked. and this has been the biggest difference, Kyle, in the second half. George Ranch's on-ball defense has just, it's multiplied tenfold.
Yeah, the pressure they're putting on Willis, you can definitely tell, has been a big upgrade. We do have some substitutions coming in for both teams. Checking in number 10, Alvin Bro for George Ranch, and number 23, Chidi Chekawala. We've got Willis bringing the ball up, guarding top of the key, and he's going to get tripped. And Wimberly able to help him up. Good sportsmanship we're seeing there by Quentin Wimberly. And it's going to remain Willis ball. And Thatcher for 3 off the rim, trying to get it, kind of kicking the ball as Wimberly there for a little bit. Back over to Wimberly, cutting toward the baseline, and nobody home. Tried to find someone at the top of the key for a 3, but there's a little bit of miscommunication there for George Ranch. Ball goes back to Willis, and Another 2-3 zone. Getting into S.J. Young. 3-ball for Willis coming. Just a bit short there for Jackson Day. Or Jevin Allen, excuse me. Wimberly cutting on that left side, and they're going to pass it back out to Howard. Howard cutting in, trying to finish with the left hand, not able to get it, but able to get his own rebound and come back up and under with the right. Great job there to stay with the play by Evan Howard. Steal for Bro. George Ranch is pushing and loses the ball, though.
Call kick ball there on Willis.
Kind of just, yeah. Quick outlet pass, and that's Bro pulling up.
Wow, great offensive rebound. Wow.
Chitty got hops, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Explosive, great finish. I mean, I just love the mentality of not laying that up. You know, going in there to flush with 2 hands. I mean, that's excellent.
It's a strong man move.
Okay, S.J. Young on the jump stop. They're going to say that his feet landed 1-2. They got to land together, so that's the reason for the travel call.
Reminds me of guys like Kendrick Perkins, Kevin Gardner, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Guys that, this is my size, and I'm gonna control that paint. We've seen Chitty try to get some threes, but he's mostly been really good down low in the paint for George Ranch, and takes that role with pride. I mean, we've seen him on defense, able to block a lot of shots. Able to get it in, and we're going to have a substitution for George Ranch. Evan Howard checking in for Sean Johnson. Got Jevin Allen bringing the ball up for Willis. See some double picks at the top of the free throw line. Barton getting over.
Pelayo again. Yeah.
Wow. Another 3 out. 2 for 2?
He's 2 for 2. He's a very efficient player. I mean, I don't know. I'm just really impressed with him. Look at him now. He's battling down there with Reese Black, and he forces a turnover. I mean,
Reese Black only has maybe a 1.5 feet on him.
Yeah.
I mean, really good job there by Julian Palalo down low.
Yeah, I think Palalo's the kind of guy that can really contribute to winning. Just his style. I mean, everything he does is like, it's not flashy, but it contributes to winning.
Couldn't agree with you more.
I think they're going to come up short today. The team just didn't have enough, but I think down the line, Palalo's going to really help them in some big district games.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Coach. And really hit his wrist and still almost got that 3. That was
almost a chance for a 4-point play.
Yeah, you don't see those very much in high school basketball. But tough opponent here if you're a Willis Wildcat, just coming up with that size that you see over on the George Ranch, and I think that's played a big factor.
You only get one, miss the first 2, so only one more attempt. You hate to walk away from the 3-point opportunity without getting any points out of it. So hopefully for Willis, Hatchet will be able to knock this one down, and then I think they probably will try to pick up full court. No, his rattles in and out.
Man, that's tough. They were able to find some success with this in the second quarter. George Ranch moving the ball nice and well, and that's Sean Johnson stepping out the perimeter for 3, just a little bit short, and Willis on the rebound. Pushing it up is Garden. Getting it over to Pelayo. Pelayo, another 3, and off the front end of the rim this time. George Ranch playing a little bit keep away here at the top of the perimeter.
you got the bench chanting to DL, but it's difficult because it's such a long possession because George Ranch just ran several cycles.
Yep. Sean Johnson let one go on the baseline. We saw him miss a three, but a couple more feet in, he was able to knock that one down for two. 50 to 32. 2 minutes to go in this game.
And this is the silver bracket.
It is the silver bracket
final,
yes,
right?
Correct. This is the championship of the silver bracket. Coming up, we're going to have the platinum bracket coming up around.
Now, the thing I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I'm sure platinum is above gold. Like platinum is the highest because there's also a gold bracket I saw playing at Terry.
Yes, I looked and I don't know the whole gradual.
The order of operations.
The order of it, but I think platinum's better than gold.
Yeah.
And that's going to be foul on Sean Johnson trying to get some at the rim there. But yeah, Cy Ranch and Langham Creek to look forward to coming up at the 3 o'clock bracket. Johnson able to knock down the first one. First two times I'm seeing these teams this year, Coach, and gotta say, George Ranch was able to beat Foster to get here, and then Willis, they were able to beat Stratford to get to this spot here in the championship game. So both these schools were able to take care of the opponents before, and coming up to a really good championship outing. I mean, Willis, the deficit isn't there, but the effort and what was shown was there for sure, especially in that first half for Willis and Wildcat fans alike. 3 ball coming up for Wildcats, and it's going to be off. Chitty able to get that before it goes out of bounds, though.
Pelayo.
Yep, not giving up on the play. Great pass. Not able to finish, and Chitty just goes in there and cleans it up. Referee's going to stop, call it a jump ball. Great steal there, though, by Pelayo, not giving up on the ball. Got a substitution coming in for George Ranch.
Wonder if Pelayo plays football.
For Chitty Chekawalu.
He's kind of got that vibe to him, he's not afraid to mix it up down low with anybody.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Coach. I mean, going at the biggest guy on the team and Reese Black and Chitty Chekawalu. I mean, he's been fighting with them down there in the paint the entire game.
This might be the last possession, Kyle. I think George Ranch is they're going to content to just. Oh, Reese Black kind of getting into it, though. Kind of got tangled up there with number 10, Jackson Day.
He's fighting down low, just trying to find an opening for guard to get to him.
And they're going to call an offensive foul on Reese Black there, saying he's getting a little too physical. He's going to create space.
That's tough for Reese Black. He's a guy that's just moving his body, trying to get that ball in. Over in Limbrick, not looking up, really not able to find him, and that's just a lot of hustle. I mean, he's just trying to get the ball.
I do like seeing that he's trying to assert his size down there and calling for the ball. But all right, 24 seconds remain. This may well be the last possession.
Steal there by Johnson. George Ranch pushing. Johnson trying to finish with the left, and he's going to get fouled going up. And he's going to go the charity stripe for 2.
So big congratulations to head coach Brian Henry and his staff and players. Look, they're going to get that silver tournament trophy or plaque, and be able to display that back on campus. First foul shot is good for Sean Johnson.
Yeah, it's a huge confidence boost going into the year, before even district play has started and winning some of these non-district tournaments and playing some schools you might not see in district, and able to come out with the championship trophy is always a good feeling. And George Ranch not giving Willis much here. Less than 3 seconds to go, and Garden looking around, and that's going to do it. George Ranch coming up with the win against the Willis Wildcats, 53-34. Was a great ball game between both clubs.
No, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. Really enjoyed it, and then looking forward to the Platinum Division up next.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with the Platinum Division. I'm sure they're going to give them 30 minutes, 15 minutes to warm up, and we'll have that.
Yeah, they put 10 on the clock. I don't know if that's going to be gospel there.
Set in stone. We will see.
But they had scheduled a 3 o'clock start, right? So we're 30 minutes from that. So yeah, we'll somewhere between 15 and 30, I imagine.
Exactly.
We'll be back.
Exactly. So thank you guys for watching the Championship Silver Bracket. We'll be right back with the Platinum. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching and listening to Vype Live.
All right, welcome back to Foster High School. We are here for the final of the Platinum Bracket. We have the Langham Creek Lobos in the dark jerseys. They will be the visitor, and the home team will be the Cy Ranch Mustangs. The Mustangs led by Coach Mason Huffmeister, and Langham Creek led by Coach Matt Simic. I'm James Kovaleski, joined today by Kyle Harris and Montserrat, bringing you the video feed. Kyle, what are you thinking so far? We saw a competitive early on. It got a little bit one-sided towards the second poor part of the game, but we saw a pretty good first game.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did see a really good, great game between Willis and I can't even think of the winning team right now. It was George Ranch. Sorry, George Ranch out here in Lamar Consolidated, but it was a great game. George Ranch just had a lot of size, a lot more size than I saw from Willis, but Willis, really scrappy team. They were able to show a lot of effort, a lot of heart there in that tough loss for them. But now we got a really great matchup coming up between these two groups, Langham Creek and Cy Ranch. And here we go, Coach. I'm really looking forward to this one.
All right, Langham Creek controls the opening tip, man-to-man defense out of the Mustangs. Dribble handoff, working back middle. Another dribble handoff, probing the defense. That's number 10, Tyrus Rathan May. Shot's going to roll in and out, rebounded by number 20, Chris Tippins. Tippins looking to run with it up the left side. Man-to-man defense out of the Lobos. Well, crossover dribble. Long, offensive rebound. Tied up, taken away. That's going to be turned back over to the Mustangs. Left-hand pass, working baseline. Going to pull it back out is Tippins. Going to reset here for the Mustangs.
I like the reset. Ball was jumping around a little bit too much.
Braylon Scott, tight man-to-man defense up top. Drive baseline. Oh, almost finished out with two hands. That was Jacob Williford with the nice finish on the baseline. All right, Braylon Scott, the point guard for the Lobos. They're going to reverse it over to A.J. Carter. Back to Tyrus Rathan Mays. Mike Gilliard now with the ball. Kind of just working around the perimeter right now is Langham Creek. Not really able to penetrate as of yet.
Yeah, and Cy Ranch doing a great job of moving their feet.
Great job setting in there to take the charge. Trying to see the number he's seated right now.
Tying his shoes, lost. Someone must have stepped on a shoelace there.
But number 40, that's Jason Cottenham. All right, they're going to extend the pressure of Braylon Scott. Now here comes a little bit of late pressure. And then they'll sag back. Jacob Williford bringing the ball up the court to the top of the key. Sanita, dribble handoff. Crossover dribble poked away by number 13, Elias Mays.
Yeah, and Langham Creek doing a really good job communicating on defense. They're switching bodies and making sure everybody's accountable for where the ball was at.
Okay, throw it into the backcourt. That is Josh Goodwin. Getting back up top. Out to the wing. Down toward the corner. Driving middle. There's contact.
Yeah.
And that's going to send Jason Cottenham to the line.
Yeah, maybe not the best, finish there for Cottenham, but he saw the contact. He felt the contact, went up with it, and got a good call there. 2 free throws coming up.
6:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Cottenham first foul shot is good.
Yeah, Cy Ranch with a slight momentum here in the beginning of this first quarter. Langham Creek not able to find much on offense here, but still a lot of game to go.
It's pretty cool. I can see that Coach Huffmeister, he uses one of his top assistants as a defensive coordinator. So I saw that the first assistant there was signaling to the defense what trap they're going to run. So that's pretty cool. You do see some programs doing that.
Involved.
Yeah.
Doesn't always have to fall on the head coach.
Sure, I think it's a great idea. Okay, ball down deep into the corner. And so far for Langham Creek, it's been a lot around the perimeter.
I completely agree with you, Coach. They're trying to get in there. That's
another Cottenham.
Wow.
Oh, no, they're going to say it's a block. They're going to call a block. They're going to say Cottenham turned into the contact there, so that'll be 2 shots.
Oh.
Headed to the foul line for the Lobos, number 5, Mike Gilliard. Going to be 2 shots here for Gilliard. Looking to get the Lobos on the board. That'll be the first team foul against the Mustangs. First foul shot good. And now we'll see if Langham Creek here, if they can get a made free throw, if they kind of try to get into a press and speed up the tempo a little bit. They look like they're setting up to go full man-to-man pressure. Yeah, here they come. Full court man-to-man. We'll see if they do try to trap at all out of this. Looks like they're just going to play man-to-man. Cy Ranch going to run them off.
But trying to stay aggressive to show that they're going to be taking their man full court.
Really nice defensive position from Braylon Scott there. Into the corner, thought about it. Going to bring it back up top is Tippins. Cottenham with the ball. Cottenham driving right, going to kick it to the corner. Three. It's good! Number 20, Chris Tippins. He's good for three from the corner.
Tough shot there from Tippins. Had a hand right in his face.
1-2-2 half-court pressure here out of Cy Ranch. Just making them work a little bit. They haven't sprung a trap yet. Ball down, going baseline penetration, deflected by Sanita. Back out for a three. It's well short. Rebounded by Tippins. Tippins, 2-on-1 opportunity. Deflected, and the foul is going to be called on the pass by number 3, Braylon Scott.
Yeah, Cy Ranch doing a really good job on defense and in the transition, turning some of those turnovers into points. Right now with a 5-point lead, it's been all Cy Ranch early here, Coach Kovo. And
yeah, I think Langham Creek is playing pretty well defensively, intensity-wise. But yeah, their offense, it's just too perimeter-based. We've kind of talked about that a couple times. So I'm sure that Coach Semank will be kind of formulating ways that they can get better looks at the basket.
Try and work it down low in the paint, switch it up.
Tippins kicks it out. Back to Tippins in the corner. He's already got one baseline three. He's going to bring it back out to Cottenham. Ball reversal. Man-to-man defense still out of the Lobos. Sanita has it up high. Cottenham probing. He's going to drive baseline. Looking for a cutter. There it is. Sanita can't quite finish it.
It was a great look, though, offensively for Cy Ranch to get that right under the rim, just not able to finish down low.
Yeah, that was a good look. Good recovery, though, by Langham Creek, at least contest.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I think Sanita has it. He can go up and finish that two hands with a dunk. I think he didn't realize how open he was.
Pregame. We saw him finish it in pregame. The whole team was running dunk lines over here for Cy Ranch.
Cy Ranch, one of the better dunking teams that I've seen. I mean, a high percentage of their players can finish above the rim. Here comes Cottenham. Double team comes. All right, 5 seconds closely guarded is going to be the call. So that's going to go. I think Coach Huffmeister was trying to get Goodwin to cut away and make himself available for that pass there, but Langham Creek's going to force a turnover. 7-2 is our score. We're halfway through the first quarter.
It's been a lot of fun. Just not a lot of offense we've seen yet from Langham Creek, but I think it's coming.
Yep. Running the dribble handoff, high screen roll. Fadeaway jumper, rolls in and out. Sanita with the rebound.
That was a good look there. Had complete ISO on that right side, just not able to finish it.
Baseline drive, Williford kicking it back out. Cottenham, left hand no good. Ball tipped around, rebounded by number 13, Jordan Washington. And here comes Langham Creek. Number 5, Mike Gilliard with the ball. 3-point attempt. In there, number 21, A.J. Carter from downtown.
Big three from Langham Creek to try and lighten the blow there, now only down by 2.
Yeah, just a 2-point deficit here. It feels like Cy Ranch has been in control, but it's only a 2-point deficit. Working inside, spinning, kicking it outside. Gillis, it's good! Or excuse me, Tippins. Chris Tippins, his second tray of the night.
Yeah, right on that right side, too. Another one for Tippins.
Up fake, driving inside, kicking it back out. In rhythm, 3. Rattles out. Cottenham, rebound up to Tippins. Tippins, nice crossover dribble, going inside. Right-hand finish, Chris Tippins. Showing that inside-outside game.
Tippins really starting to take over here for Cy Ranch, but I like the offense from Langham Creek. It's just shots aren't falling.
Another charge taken, wow. Jason Cottenham.
Wow, we saw a charge earlier, then they ended up calling a blocking. Now coming back to the charge for Cottenham.
Man, I love Cottenham's game. Again, just doing the things that need to be done to win championships. And you see his entire team standing up on the bench to give him a high five as he comes off the floor. Checking in, looks like number 12 checking into the ball game. Andrew Harris, and then number 2, Isaac Saavedra, set to check in at the scorer's table. All right, going to get the ball up high, top of the key extended. Here's a high screen roll.
I love the communication.
Nice drop inside. Sunita can't quite finish it.
Yeah, they're talking on defense though. The Lobos and Langham Creek, they're talking, and you like to see that they're on the same page with some of the other players.
Again, you can see the defensive coordinator standing up and doing his role as Cy Ranch on defense. Nice flash to the basket there. Number 13, Jordan Washington. He's had a nice game. Called that name a couple times, Washington. Ball going up onto the wing. Now back up top, Sunita.
Yeah, and Langham Creek just staying right on it defensively. They're very good defensively sound, and they communicate very well. It's just a couple of little things that Cy Ranch is doing. As you see the turnover from Cy Ranch there.
Yeah, Harris drugged the pivot foot a little bit there, so now Saavedra will check in. Looks like they're setting up that 1-2-2 pressure again, perhaps. Nope, they're going to fall back and just play man-to-man.
Yeah, unlike the last game, we saw a lot of switching from 2-3 zone back to man. This game has been mostly man the entire time, I think, on defense.
Yeah, these two teams are built similarly. I think Tippins is a big X factor because he's just so smooth with the ball.
I agree.
He's still in there. Nice spin inside, but poked away. That was Harris. I think they got the deflection.
Yeah.
Saavedra getting a middle.
Yeah, there were 4 Cy Ranch players there, just kind of spinning into a lot of defense there for the Lobos, not able to get much.
Chris Tippins, maybe one of his first misses of the night. He's been on fire early on. Drive baseline. Going to get it back up top. Three-pointer. Williams for 3. Trayvon Williams.
That's exactly what the Lobos need. Now only down by 2. Less than 30 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, Coach Huffmeister may want to hold for the last shot here. It looks like that's what they're going to do. He's going to set up some action. You can see some motion backside. Saavedra coming up into the high post. Got to make sure you don't get the 5-second closely guarded count. We've already seen one of those. We're down to 13 seconds on the clock. Lobos extending the defense down to 10. Saavedra, 6 seconds on the clock. High screen roll. 3, 2, driving inside. Ooh. And wow, with .96 seconds left on the clock, Josh Goodwin able to draw the contact and head to the foul line for 2 shots.
Man, really nice drive from getting and big block there up at the apex. Just add a little bit of body down low and able to gonna call it.
Yeah, nice execution there from Cy Ranch to get the shot they wanted of .96 and get to the foul line. And so, of course, limiting Langham Creek from having a possession to end the quarter.
Absolutely great clock management there from Cy Ranch.
First free throw. Twirls the back of the net there, and that'll make it a 3-point deficit. Now, I guess some defensive subs here. So with the .96, maybe they just want to make sure it's not any kind of easy inbound off the make. Goodwin, second to 2 free throws. He hits them both. So yeah, here they're just trying to make sure nothing crazy happens. Shot is away. No good. Rebounded there by Lemek Odak, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We'll be right back here on Vype Live. When it comes to Daz Pit,
Law in accidental injury cases in Houston. There's one law firm that files more cases in Harris and surrounding counties than any other firm. That's Daz Pitt Law Firm. Why? Because they're the best at what they do, getting their clients the compensation they deserve for injuries they've wrongfully suffered in an accident. Kyle Harris here. If you suffered for an injury or are in an accident and would like a free case review, call the super team at Daz Pitt Law Firm, 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and DazPittLaw.com. Bring it back in Coach Kovo out here at Foster High School for the Platinum Championship game between Cy Ranch and Langham Creek. Cy Ranch with a 4-point lead going into the second quarter.
Yeah, Braylon Scott really been showing off his defense. He's kind of a defensive-minded guard, doing a great job. There's Cottenham, who's got drawn 2 charges, driving, trying to draw contact, not going to get the call. 2-on-1 opportunity. Scott can't finish. Ball tipped in, and the follow is good by number 5, Mike Gilliard.
Great offensive rebound there by Gilliard in the tip-in. That just shows you never give up on the play.
Yeah, Gilliard, not the biggest guy, but he was able to get up there and elevate to tip that ball in. It's, again, 2-point deficit here. Cottenham has the ball up high. Nice cut back door, going to be blocked by number 21, A.J. Carter.
Oh, and
Scott just got himself tripped up on the crossover attempt. Oh! And there's a block. Tyrus Rathon Mays with the block.
Woo! Big swat there from Mays.
Okay, Josh Goodwin set to inbound. Getting to the corner. Gilliard providing some pressure. Really, 1 through 5, they defend well, man-to-man defense at Langham Creek.
Couldn't agree with you more.
The third triple of the night for Chris Tippins. Tippins has been in fuego this afternoon. I mean, he's got 3 threes. I don't know if he has a bucket outside of that.
Tippins is tipping out here in Houston. 17 to 12. Still tipping out here.
Chris Tippins still tipping. All right, here we go. Braylon Scott gets it into the corner. Rathon Mays driving middle, tipped away. Baseline penetration. Into the corner. That is Carter for 3. Carter answers the Tippins 3. Okay, we got a little bit of a shootout going here now.
Back and forth to start the second quarter between both these clubs.
It was a kind of a defensive battle in the first quarter, I would say, but maybe we're going to have a high-scoring second quarter. Driving inside. Tippins. He can pull it any moment. He's going to spin baseline. Nice move by Chris Tippins. Great job of the body control to slow down and get the defender on his hip there. Really smart move by Chris Tippins.
Still tipping.
He's still tipping. All right, here we go. Little 1-2-2 pressure here. Nice work by Langham Creek to break it. Rathon Mays has it in the corner. Down 4. Cross-court pass. Reset. Launched the 3 was number 5, Mike Gilliard. 2-on-1 opportunity.
Nice pass.
And that is number 12, Andrew Harris, that finishes it. Coach Matt Semank wants a timeout, and we'll take it with him here on Vype Live. All right, welcome back. Langham Creek takes timeout. Cy Ranch extending that 1-2-2 press now, 3-quarter court. Langham Creek's been pretty good being patient, beating the pressure. They are going to do it again. Driving is Gilliard into the corner, reversal. Scott back up top. 3, no good. Rathon Mays with the offensive rebound. He's going to reset here.
Really nice rebound by Mays to stay with it. He wanted to kind of pull back for a 3, but
thought about it.
Yep.
Scott getting it back to Carter.
Cy Ranch being real defensively sound right here, just keeping the man right in front of him, not letting him get any separation. They're going to regroup. I like the patience here by Langham Creek.
A.J. Carter spinning, going to get it back up top. Gilliard for three, off the back iron. Offensive rebound, number 32, Laharian Harrison gets the finish. He's got a great cheering section there. His family went crazy when he got the offensive rebound to put back, so really good fan support from both teams here in this game. This is for all the marbles, man. This is it. This is the title game.
Platinum championship game. This is what it's all about out here in the Lamar Consolidated ISD tournaments. Come down to these two teams.
Harris short on the three-point attempt. Rebound Gilliard. Gilliard defended by Jacob Williford. High screen roll. Diving inside. Finish on the left side. That's Mike Gilliard. And that's going to...
all the way.
Are we still a 2-point differential? Yeah, okay, still 2-point differential.
Yep. Yep, down by 2, but really nice finish there by Gilliard. Oh, got the ball, but maybe a little bit too much body contact on that, and official's going to call that.
Yeah, Braylon Scott took a chance there. I mean, really close to being a clean steal. That's just a judgment, yeah.
I like the aggressiveness, though. You got a little bit of momentum for Langham Creek. You're going to try and get that ball. You get called for it, but nice aggressiveness there.
I agree. You know, you put the pressure on the official at that point to decide if they want to make that call or not. So I do like that move. All right, 21-19 is our score. We're just past halfway here in the second quarter.
And speaking of officials, I think they've done a great job.
I do too.
It's been very clean. Yeah. They've let them play a little bit, which I like.
Goodwin driving down inside and one. Count the basket. Josh Goodwin with the finish on the left side.
Yeah, really nice finish there for Goodwin in Cy Ranch. And maybe a couple of quick substitutions here.
Trayvon Williams will check out. Looks like number 11, Brennan Moses, will check into the game. Foul shot from Goodwin. Hits the back of the rim and in. 5-point lead here, 24-19, 3:30 left to go in the first half.
Is it just me, Coach, or is this game moving really fast?
This game is flying by because there's not many fouls being called.
Yeah.
Now, granted, though, there are 17 fouls on Langham Creek, so Cy Ranch is in the bonus. So Langham Creek's going to want to defend without fouling here in these last 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely right about that. And only one foul the other way in this first half for Cy Creek.
Yeah, Cy Ranch played a really clean quarter. Nice steal there. That's Cottenham. Cottenham gets it stolen.
Man, Cottenham's there for the defense. You know, we saw him earlier on a couple of charge plays, and then gets that steal right there, but not able to stick with it.
Jumping inside is Gilliard. They're going to call Gilliard for the walk.
But nice job staying there with Cottenham on the hands. It's just when he tried to push it up court, he should have looked for a guard or someone with a little bit more ball control on that one, because he's in there for defense. He's in there to take the charges and do some of the dirty work.
Hey, Trayvon Williams takes a very quick breather. He's back into the game. Be Jacob Williford bringing the ball up the court. Saavedra set to check in at the scorer's table and get the ball into the wing. For three, Williford, long off the back iron. Going to be rebounded by number 13, Jordan Washington. Gilliard searching. Washington will come down with it, guarded by Cottenham. Back up top to Gilliard. Dribble handoff. Man-to-man coverage here out of Cy Ranch. Harrison.
Work it around the perimeter, but not Cy Ranch not giving him a lot. Looks like it's going to be on the baseline.
They'll call the foul on Williford.
Okay. They have plenty of fouls to give, so
only the second team foul on the Mustangs.
both these teams matched up evenly as well in height. You know, we talked a little bit about George Ranch and Willis in the last game. George Ranch had that advantage. I think in this game it's pretty even, Coach. I mean, I don't see many guys who are really that much taller. Maybe a slight edge to Cy Ranch, but that's about it.
Yeah, whereas last game was a big contrast in styles. I think these two teams are more mirror images of each other. Another three-pointer. A.J. Carter gets to roll home.
That's a shooter's touch right there.
That's at least his second three of the night. It may be his third. There's Cottenham for three. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound to Jordan Washington. He's going to get up to Gilliard. Going down the right sideline. Raton Mays for three. Short off the front iron. Cottenham comes down up, and now these teams are starting to run. Down inside, but kick ball on Carter.
Very fast pace, and still both these teams very matched up. There's only a 2-point lead for Cy Ranch.
I think the big difference, though, is Tippins. I think Tippins is kind of the X factor. He's a guy that can create his own shot in any situation, honestly. So he's got 3 triples, but he's also got a baseline drive. So he's one difference maker. But outside of that, I think these two teams, like you said, they are very similar. And they're going to play through that. Ball's going to go to Saavedra in the corner, close to being a backcourt.
Officials been here, I think, all day. I think they're just letting these guys play a little bit. That'd be my opinion on it. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but
Sanita, he gets down to Tippins, driving baseline, good help side defense, driving in, can't quite finish. Goodwin, you're gonna say that ball is gonna go off of A.J. Carter, is gonna stay with the Mustangs. Man, we are down under 1 minute left to play in the first half.
Flying through this game. Yeah, it's just flying by.
Gonna get it up top to Tippins. Mustangs have a 2-point lead. Man-to-man defense. High screen roll, gonna go away from it. Get it into the wing. Resetting is Goodwin. Goodwin steps through the double. Sanita to Cottenham. Back to Saavedra. Gonna bring Sanita up high. Now he's gonna retreat down to 30. The count is on, so Saavedra is going to have to start attacking. Nice defense by Gilliard. Tippins has it down to 20 seconds. He's going to reset. They're holding for the last shot here.
Good clock management again for Cy Creek, just like we saw in that, or Cy Ranch, just like we saw in that first half.
10 seconds into the corner. Tippins for three. Wow, that one was long. Man, he's shooting. I think he was 3 for 3 prior to that one. So yeah, that's still a good shot.
I agree with you. It was on just a little bit long there.
4 seconds. Gilliard over to Carter, letting it fly. Oh, short off the front of the rim, and that'll do it for a very exciting first 16 minutes of basketball. Woo! Yeah, we will catch our breath. I may need to sit down and
up and down.
Hydrate. That was up and down. High-paced basketball there. Don't go anywhere. We'll step away for halftime, and then we'll be back with the second half of action here from the championship game of the Platinum Bracket of the LCISD tournament. All right, welcome back. We're just moments away from starting the third quarter here in the championship game of the Platinum Bracket. Langham Creek Lobos trailing by 2 to the Cy Ranch Mustangs. And Kyle, these two schools are located, they're side by side attendance boundary-wise. I mean, they are right next to each other there in Cy-Fair IC. So this is a big rivalry game. Really cool that these two district opponents have met here in the tournament. What have you seen from these two so far?
I've seen a lot of great basketball, Coach, from both ends. Cy Ranch looks really good offensively. They look really good defensively, too. I will say Tippins
Chris Tippins
has been the big factor for Cy Ranch, especially in that first half. But Langham Creek and the Lobos they've really been able to step up the defense and kind of work their way back into this game. I mean, a lot of threes that were shot in that second quarter, and it's just been such a back and forth between these two teams.
Braylon Scott, nice dime, dropping it down inside to Jordan Washington. We got a tie ball game, knotted at 24. Chris Tippins working here. Man-to-man defense out of the Lobos. Sanita flashing high. Cottenham has spin the other way.
Really nice defense from Cottenham I saw in that first half. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, Cottenham is a junkyard dog type kid. I really love his game. Going to get it back over to Tippins.
Maybe a little bit of pick and roll situation here for
Cottenham popping out for 3. Long rebound, Gilliard.
Looked like a good shot though from Cottenham from behind the arc.
Gilliard in transition over to Carter. He's got 3 trays on the night. It's going to be Rathan Mays. No good. Behind the back dribble. Tippins penetrating across court. Going to hit Williford, and they're going to say that he shuffled his feet getting set for the 3.
Yeah, don't see a lot of. We talked a little bit about it in the first half. Not a lot of calls from the officials, so I'm gonna grant him that one. I think he definitely maybe shuffled the feet there before that step, and gives the ball back to Langham Creek. Just back and forth here again to start this third quarter.
Yep, dribble handoff. Ball controlled by Rathan Mays up top. Cottenham in defensive position. Man-to-man defense played from both teams tonight. Scott going to get it over to Carter. Going to get it down low to Jordan Washington. Rathan Mays driving baseline. Pull-up jumper. Good. Tyrus Rathan Mays with the jumper. For the first time in maybe the entire game, Langham Creek is out in front.
Yeah, absolutely. And it started with Mays. Mays had a lot of opportunities in that first half to get some good shots, and he was just missing them. But I knew they were going to come back to him and try and find him.
Nice contest there from Carter. Up ahead. Braylon Scott, crossover dribble, dropping inside. Rathan Mays with the finish. Timeout taken by Coach Mason Huffmeister. The Lobos have stormed out here to begin the third quarter. They are on a quick 6-0 run, I believe, and they are now ahead by 4, 28-24. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Huffmeister. We can just stay here with it. Now it's going to be a short timeout.
Absolutely. I was changing the title. Sorry about everybody having the half out there. We did change to the third quarter, and man, really exciting there. We just saw from Langham Creek to start out this third quarter. It's looking like a lot of fun, to start out. And just like we said, coming back in this half, it's just been a back and forth game between both these teams. They're both so evenly matched that it's a great Platinum Championship game to watch. I mean, I think this one's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Langham Creek kind of struggled in the half court offensively in the first half, and they just had a burst of offense there to start the third quarter. So going to be interesting here. Now they're going to try to extend the pressure, picking up here full court.
Try and keep the effort and momentum on their side.
Okay, Williford going to be defended by Gilliard. Williford, double stagger screen there. Going to pop it over to Tippins. Tippins driving, middle, rising, shot, no good. Rebound, Carter. Carter over to Scott. Scott looking to run. He's got the middle. Going to get out to Rathan Mays, but it's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Lobos.
Yeah, I like the shot from Tippins on the other end. Just not there. I mean, he had the arc, had the space, just a little bit to the left, and Lobos able to contain the rebound.
Okay, Braylon Scott setting up the offense. They're in a spread set. Everybody's out wide on the perimeter right now. Here comes your high screen roll with Carter. Going to get over Rathan Mays. Screen for him. Nice drop inside. Jordan Washington tried to finish it one-handed, but he will get the foul. Really pretty little pocket pass there from Braylon Scott, just dropping it down there to Jordan Washington. Really nice. Actually, Raton Mays dropping it down to Jordan Washington.
A really nice pass, like a 2K between the legs pass. Right there, Coach.
Yes, it was. First shot is good. Are we really 4 minutes?
I love that.
This game is flying by. We're already under 5 minutes.
The silence before the free throws.
I
love it.
Second foul shot is away, and it's good. 2 big foul shots for Jordan Washington.
It's like the crowd just takes a big breath right there from
and because
from all the back and forth and everything that's been going on.
These teams play without fouling so well. The game just flies by.
Yeah.
We are at 4:43 left to go here in the third. Nice hustle by Scott. Here comes Jordan Washington. What a finish! Jordan Washington, one hand tomahawk jam, and the Lobos have extended their lead to 8. Biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Tippins crossover dribble inside. Cotton with the left hand finish.
That's exactly what you need to try and calm down the Lobos there and try and stop that momentum, because it's been all Langham Creek, to start out this third, and you really needed that if you're Cy Ranch to just keep back in it,
I mean, they go to Tippins.
Wasn't it Cottingham on the finish there?
Yeah.
Cottingham on the finish?
Yeah, Tippins with the drop to Cottingham.
Yeah.
But, you go to Tippins, who's your main offensive creator, and he's able to get penetration, drop it off to an open defender when help comes. And I don't know what there's some kind of delay here that I don't know what it was, but I think we're going to be back underway. Okay, 6-point differential here. Langham Creek getting into Scott, showing that 1-2-2 pressure. They're not really trying to trap too hard, though. They're kind of just making Langham Creek reverse the ball a few times. Now here it comes.
Yeah.
Trying to get the trap, left-hand pass. Going to get through to Gilliard. High screen roll. Going to get it out to Raton Mays. No good. Rebound Tippins.
Wide open there for Mays, too.
Tippins going to reset it down 6. 3:49 left to go in the third. Sanita up the screen, using it well. Tippins just rattled in and out. Battle for the ball inside.
Yeah, it was a great shot and great look by Tippins. Just a hair short. I mean, just off that front rim and not able to get in there, but still good attempt there.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the third. It's been all Langham Creek in the third quarter. They had an 8-point lead at one time. It's down to 6 right now. They came in trailing by 2 at halftime. Going to get back over to Gilliard. Gilliard dropping it inside, looking for one more pass to Washington. Good deflection there from Cy Ranch. Going to get it up ahead to Goodwin. Goodwin going to have it. Resetting, cross-court pass. Tippins penetrating middle. Going to have a hold on the floor, so it's going to be that'll be the first team foul for the Lobos.
Nice finish there by Tippins.
Again,
after the whistle, but good call by the official there.
Yeah, both these teams just continue to play good defense without fouling. Really impressive. Tippins has it on the wing. Cottenham setting a screen. Here comes the second screen from Sanita. Tippins powering inside. Right-hand finish. Chris Tippins.
Still tipping. Big shout out to Paul Wall.
He's in double digits for the night. Got his Mustangs back within 4. They may look to trap here. Gonna get it across. Nice drop inside. Carter floater. Offensive foul. Great job there by Maury Sanita to stand in there and take the contact. That ball will go back over to Cy Ranch.
That was a tough call for the officials. Baseline official looked to the sideline official to just see if there was a lot of movement. He didn't see a lot of movement. They're going to call the charge foul, but it was a close call.
You can see Coach Matt Simic opening up his energy drink there. This has been a wild third quarter. Oh, you're going to get into the high post. I thought Washington might try to run through that pass for a second. Goodwin probing, spinning, back to Tippins. Tippins working, high screen on the wing, getting into the corner. Cottenham working baseline. They're going to call an offensive foul.
I don't know about that call. I know I hate disagreeing with the official there, but that was moving. I mean, there was movement on that one. I didn't like that call, but I'm going to I digress.
Yeah, we got our executive producer here, Derek Dusick, has joined us. He's a hoop head.
How you doing, Derek? Good to see you. It's been a minute.
he's no stranger to long playoff runs with Katie Tompkins. You know, his son playing over there. But I think Washington may not have had his feet set, but that's just a difficult judgment call. But it's going to go in the favor of the Lobos. And so they will have the possession up 2:20 left to go here in the third quarter.
We see now that the Sirens starting to employ a little bit of a full court press, as well as they are getting away from that man-on-man defense and starting to lock up in like a 2-3 zone for Sirens.
Saavedra help side, Rattan Mays in and out, no good. Ball battled for. Harris is going to come up with it. He's going to get it over to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to push the pace, going to be deflected by Scott. Rattan Mays looking ahead into the corner. Going to get it back to Rattan Mays. High screen. Into the wing. Spinning. Faking. Going to get it back up top to Carter. Reset. Coach Cement calling a set here. It's number 4. We'll see what this kind of action is. It's trying to get it down low. It's a one-on-one for Harrison. Harrison, drop step spin. Going to say a foul on the floor. Ooh. So I guess now we know when they call 4, that's trying to get the ball to the big man, Iherian Harrison.
Set it up perfectly, too, for Langham Creek.
I like that decision by Coach Semank. I mean, the game is intense. It's going back and forth, bing, 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 and he said, hey, let's slow it down. Let's get it to the big man. And it pays off. They're going to draw a defensive foul. They're going to get a nice opportunity here to get an inbounds underneath the basket, see what they got set up. Yeah, Cy Ranch playing a 2-3 on the inbounds, and they're going to settle back to their man-to-man. High screen roll. Fake driving. Scott going to get it across to Carter. He's got 3 triples on the night. He's going to get it back to Rattan Mays. Short. No good. Rebound. Sanita. Saavedra has it.
Just at the front of the rim there for Mays. Good look, though.
Saavedra going to pull a lefty three-pointer off the back iron. No good. Sanita offensive rebound. And he counted. Maury Sanita with the big putback. 2-point game. 50 seconds remain here in the third quarter. There's that 1-2-2 pressure. They're not really trapping out of it, just making Langham Creek slow down here in their attack. Carter has it. Back up top. 36 seconds. We'll see if Coach Semenk wants to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Looks like he does. They're kind of just working here deep. Actually, here comes Scott. Floater and one. Wow. Excuse me, that was Gilliard. My apologies. That was Mike Gilliard with the floater and the harm, and that's going to be the and one opportunity.
Beautiful finish by Gilliard with the right hand there and took the content. Now he's going to get the extra and one opportunity here at the free throw line.
All right, Mike Gilliard. Checking back into the game, number 11, Brennan Moses. Out will come Tyrus Rattan Mays. Gilliard looking to extend it back to 5 points. Coach Semank talking to his guys. Maybe they're going to be setting up a full court pressure here. Off the back iron, no good. Sanita has it. There's that. Yep, they are pressuring. That's what Coach Semank was trying to set up, and now they're going to retreat. 20 seconds remain. They're playing man-to-man. Extending is Trevon Williams. High screen. Double stagger. Nice crossover. Getting to the cup. And a right-hand finish for Josh Goodwin. Spinning, floating, finishing. Josh Goodwin getting the and one opportunity.
Yeah, able to just kind of juke and jive his way into the paint there. Able to finish up and in with that right hand for the and one opportunity. 6 seconds still left on the clock for Langham Creek here to come back and try and get a bucket on the other end.
Yeah.
But back and forth, back and forth.
I bet you Coach Huffmeister is going to pick up full court and try to slow down the rush here with the 6 seconds. Shot's good. Here they go. They're going to pick up. They don't want Langham Creek to get a running start at this. 5, down to 3. Carter has it. Carter cross court. 1 second. Gilliard for 3. It's short. Mike Gilliard got it off in time. Wow, you can hear all the parents here having a good time. It's going to be a 1-point ball game going into the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Vype Live.
This is Kyle Harris. You know I'm a numbers guy. Well, I like the numbers that Das Pitt Law Firm is putting up for their clients. The super team at Das Pitt Law handles a full range of personal injury cases and are getting results for their clients in big numbers. Car accidents, truck accidents, industrial accidents, construction accidents, maritime accidents, offshore accidents, etc., etc. If this is you or someone you know, I encourage you to get a free case review from Das Pitt Law Firm, 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and daspitlaw.com. Right back in Coach Kovo here for the fourth quarter.
Kyle, I'm gonna say the O word, man. I think this game's gonna go to overtime. These two teams are so evenly matched, and they have just been going back and forth at each other. Like I don't think 32 minutes is gonna be enough to decide it, but we'll see.
I don't think it will either. This game has been so fun and exciting to watch.
It's
down
been great.
To the wire. Both these teams are so evenly matched up. Great ball clubs all around. Cy Ranch, Langham Creek. Here's the fourth quarter. Let's do it.
All right, inbound going to be handled by Saavedra, the lefty, the southpaw. Working. Defended closely by Braylon Scott. Williford driving baseline. Bounce pass. I really like how Tippins does a good job trying to over-exaggerate the contact he's receiving, trying to get a call, but he's not going to get it. Up top, Cottenham, no good. Latan Mays skies for the rebound.
It's called a flop, Coach. It's a flop. Might have been a flop, might have been a flop, but, trying to exaggerate the call. You got it right.
Oh, so they're going to call Saavedra on the foul.
Oh.
Saavedra trying to say that he was completely vertical on that, but the referee is going to say contact across the arm there of Braylon Scott, and they're going to say it was in the act of shooting, so Braylon Scott will make a trip to the foul line for 2 shots. All right, Scott hits the first of 2, extending the lead to 2 points. Second foul shot for Braylon Scott, going to rattle out, rebounded by Sanita. Tippins bringing it across center court.
I've been so impressed with Tippins' ability to control the offense, not only with his height, but with his skill level. He's been doing a great job all game.
All right, Saavedra with the left-handed floater, count it. And so we got a tie ball game again, 35 apiece. Yeah, Tippins he is a true point forward. We've talked about positionless basketball in this era, but Tippins is a guy that has good size that can really handle it. Wow, Scott rarely puts up the 3. He pulls that one. Scott wants it again. He likes that spot. That's his spot, but it's short. Saavedra running. Going to get it over to Williford. Williford back to Saavedra. Left-handed floater. It's good!
Another one for Saavedra. We just saw the floater right there, and now we see another one on the left side.
Isaac Saavedra does a good job on defense as well, checking up Gilliard. All right, Gilliard, ISO of Saavedra up top. Crowd getting loud here at Foster High School. 6:15 remaining. They're going to call a block on Jason Cottenham.
Wow, Cy Ranch, I keep saying Creek. Cy Ranch now with a 2-point lead. We haven't seen them have a lead in almost the whole entire third quarter. It was all
Langham it was a big Langham Creek third quarter. And now Cy Ranch coming out nicely here to start the fourth.
Starting to even back out.
2-3 zone defense on the inbound. You can see both coaches up off their benches, coaching their butts off, trying to win this game, bring their plaques home to their respective campuses.
I gotta say, not only the coaches, but we have a Langham Creek kind of fan down here. Oh wow, big and 1 there for Langham Creek to tie the ball game back up. Now going to the charity stripe to try and take that lead.
Yeah, Jordan Washington battling down low, and I guess they didn't count the.
Can you get that fan over there? He has been running back and forth this entire game. I mean, right there with the official.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fantastic effort, all around here.
I imagine maybe a younger brother of one of the players. He put on a show at halftime. He was really showing off his ball handling and shooting.
He was. So he's been really trying to put that effort in, Possible official, maybe, or player next in the upcoming future.
Okay, free throw no good, but ball is still alive, but it's going to be controlled by Cy Ranch. We are knotted at 37 apiece. Wow. Going up the sideline, nice left-hand scoop. Sanita tried to follow it. Ball's loose. Up ahead is Gilliard. Gilliard gets it down to Carter, driving baseline inside to Washington, and there's going to be a foul on number 4, Jacob Williford.
Yeah, Langham Creek, they're smartly seeing that Tippins was on the floor. They took advantage, tried to get to the basket with the 5-4 personnel advantage there, and going to get another opportunity here at the free throw line.
It's always amazing the body control that these athletes have. If they can go at breakneck pace, full sprint, and not turn the ball over consistently. I mean, they're just hanging in the air. Really nice work there by Gilliard to get that pass in to Carter and start the opportunity for Washington, but he's unable to hit the free throw. He missed the free throw on the and one opportunity, and so these are big clutch free throws that I know Coach Semank is really going to hope that they can cash one of these in here. Washington foul shot rattles home. That's a big one. 38-37 is your score.
District rivals going at it before district play even starts.
They still got to do this 2 more times in district play. Dribble handoff, Saavedra working to his weak hand. He thought about it. Nice closeout by Washington. Tippins, he started out for 3 for 3, but he's since cooled off a little bit from the perimeter.
Yeah.
Nice fake there by, great drop, Saavedra! Couldn't quite finish it. It was Goodwin. Raton Mays driving. There's an offensive foul. Saavedra. Isaac Saavedra stands in there, takes the charge.
And Saavedra just had the great pass, almost the assist on the finish there, but not able to finish up at the rim.
All right, so it's a 1-point lead for Langham Creek. They're going to go ahead and fade back. They're just going to play half-court man-to-man. Here comes the high screen from Sanita. Oh, a dangerous pass there for Saavedra, almost intercepted. They keep trying to force it into Sanita. It's just too tight right now. Going to back over to Gilliard. Penetrating baseline. Carter thought about it. Going to get it up top. Got some kind of foul away from the ball. It's going to be a hold on somewhere on the defense. 20-32? I guess they're going to get Sanita for a hold backside.
Yeah, and that looks like they're in the 1-1 now.
You can hear some of the fans saying it was just so far away from the ball. I didn't even see what was happening, but there was a hold called, I believe, on Maury Sanita.
We're going to trust our officials in this situation. I mean, there's 3 of them and only 2 of us.
You know what's crazy? It feels like there was no fouls, and now that's 9 team fouls on Cy Ranch. So they've been fouling pretty heavily.
And they didn't have a lot of fouls in the first half either. So they're just playing a little bit more aggressive here in the second half.
That could come back to bite them. Offensive foul.
And that's another one, right? So do they
call on Tippins? Well, the offensive foul shouldn't count towards the team foul total. Oh, they are counting, but I don't believe you shoot on the offensive foul. So Langham Creek not going to get the free throw opportunity, but they're in the double bonus now.
Yeah.
So anytime they get fouled going forward, they're going to go to the line for 2 big free throws. So that's a big development that we have not seen throughout the rest of the game. Braylon Scott penetrating, getting into the corner. Raton Mays in and out. Controlled. Scott gets the offensive rebound, going to get it back to Washington. Washington back to Scott. They're going to reset. Good job using his body to seal off the ball there. Gilliard for 3. In and out. Nice rebound. Washington. He's going to be fouled by Sanita.
And great job by Washington there to just stay with the play and stay with the ball. You got 2 Cy Ranch defenders right there and just able to grab that out of the air, go back up with it, and now another opportunity at the charity stripe.
Okay, 2 big free throw attempts here for Jordan Washington. And that's short. Washington's he's frustrated.
Yeah.
He hasn't shot his best here in the fourth quarter, but
the fourth quarter, Coach, legs are getting tired. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it could be attrition. It could be a lot of things. It could be in his head.
Washington second one rattles home. That's a big one. And Coach Semank will take a timeout. We'll take it with him here on Vype Live.
In sports, there's talented players and players that work hard to be the best. When you combine talent and hard work, you've got a champion. That's how I can describe Das Pitt Law Firm, champions. They have a superior team of Texas attorneys that simply won't be outworked, and that's to the benefit of their clients that have suffered injuries in an accident. If you've been in an accident and want some free advice, call Das Pitt Law Firm at 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and DazPitLaw.com.
All right, full timeout was taken by Langham Creek. You can see both coaches got their whiteboards out. This is the fun part. This is where the chess match begins. You got Mason Huffmeister, you got Matt Semank. They are both on the floor drawing up their sets. And, I mean, it's going to come down. The coach can make a big impact here in these close games.
Oh, this is a coach's dream, right? I mean, it's pretty much 0-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the game. This is what all your practice and hard work and plays come up with. You know, I think you call your best one, give it to your best player, and see what happens.
We're just past halfway through the fourth quarter. Langham Creek up by 2, and they're in the double bonus, so that the factors are kind of favoring Langham Creek. But Cy Ranch has led, honestly, most of the game.
They have.
Here comes Goodwin working inside. Going to get it over to Tippins. Nice finish, Chris Tippins.
Great body control by Tippins because he wanted to stay with the right hand, and he made sure to stay on the right side of the rim. That's not easy to do, Coach. Not easy at all.
I love Jason Cottenham. He is on the bench leading the cheers for defense. Into the corner, Washington, no good. Raton Mays gets the offensive rebound. Trying to dump it into Washington. Savedra on the desk trying to get it. Great veteran call by Coach Mason Huffmeister. Gets the timeout before the jump ball was called.
Wow, you got to be on your toes to call something like that, because that's like a millisecond of you just having possession of it. You know?
Yeah, had Coach Huffmeister not called that, the possession arrow is still favoring Cy Ranch, so they would have gotten it on the jump ball. But of course, you'd rather burn the timeout, save that possession. So big call there for Coach Huffmeister. But as we kind of head down the stretch here, Kyle, I mean, what are you seeing from these? I mean, here we are, 39 apiece.
I'm excited, Coach. Like I'm analyzing this game as a broadcaster, but just as a basketball fan right now, the effort and intensity we've seen from both these clubs, and just the talent level from both of them as well, is just very superior. It's been the best basketball I've seen today. It's a lot of fun. I love when close games come down to the wire here. You had Cy Ranch with the early lead in the first half. You see Langham Creek coming in the second half. I mean, this is it. You know, the district rivals going right at it. I mean, basketball is back. We have a great atmosphere over here at Foster High School, Lamar Consolidated ISD Platinum Championship game, and it's pretty much 0-0, 3 minutes left in the game, Coach. That's how I'm feeling.
Love it. Here we go. Savedra pressured here by Gilliard, handling it well. You got to remember, Savedra's a lefty. Yes. Tippins using the screen. They're going to ISO. Actually, Savedra going to run through. Nice crossover dribble going inside. Pivoting. Faking.
And able to draw the contact. Now, give me a cut. There were 2 guys on him right there, both arms. He had to cut through that. That takes a lot of strength, a lot of effort. And just like you were talking about a little bit earlier, Coach, the body control of some of these athletes, it goes without saying sometimes just how talented they are, and to be able to control their body, and just the strength from Tippins there to get the 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Tippins is silky smooth, man. And I mean, kind of giving no broadcaster jinx there, but he missed the free throw. But he's the most complete player I've seen so far through this tournament in the 2 games that I was at broadcast. Just the mixture of size, speed, ball handle, 3-point shooting. I haven't really necessarily seen a weakness, I would say. He's kind of got a little bit of everything. Second foul shot is good, so it's going to be a 1-point lead for Cy Ranch. I guess the only thing I haven't seen him do is like block shots. And that's not necessarily that it's a weakness. Maybe he hasn't had the opportunity, but I mean, everything else, he's checked every single box. All right, here comes Langham Creek. Go ahead.
I couldn't agree with you more, Coach. I mean, it gives me reminiscent of, I know this is a huge superstar, but a Kevin Durant-esque type of body type and just player, you know, offensively.
Raton Mays getting it down to the corner. Baseline, nice drop inside. Jordan Washington with the finish. Nice penetration and dish for Braylon Scott there on the assist. Now it's a 1-point game in favor of the Lobos. Savedra, heavy dribble. They're going to call a foul on the pass. that'll be only the fifth team foul now against the Lobos. So they're starting to get close to bonus territory here. Are the Mustangs going to get it up to Sinita? Dribble handoff. Tippins, nice crossover dribble. Left hand finish is good!
With the left for Tippins, that's what I saw right there. That's so impressive right there from Tippins to have that ambidextrous hand and finish up there.
Now we're just trading baskets. The lead is going back and forth. Langham Creek looking to answer. Gilliard over to Scott. They're going to reset, take their time.
Gilliard almost lost it off his foot there.
Gilliard pull up three, short. Rebound, Washington.
What a rebound from Washington there.
They're going to call Williford on the foul, I believe.
Great box out there from Washington, and he's going to get a couple of attempts at the charity stripe.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of an issue at the foul line in the fourth quarter, but I mean, this is a great opportunity for a reprieve. First one rattles out. Jordan Washington hoping to get 1 out of 2 here on this trip to the foul line. That would give his team, that would even the score at 42 apiece. Shot is good, so they're tied. He wanted 2 out of 2, but he gets the split. 42 all.
What were you predicting, Coach, a little bit earlier?
I made my OT prediction.
OT?
I got to get home. Michigan's playing the Big Ten title game tonight, so I can't stay here too late, Kyle. But
as he's sitting here at the jersey and
I got my Michigan jersey on.
Blue.
Yeah, but here we go. Dribble handoff. Kansas State defeated TCU earlier today, so lots of good football. But we're focused on hoops right now. Here comes Saavedra. High screen roll. Double stagger screen for 3. Oh! Backboard! Isaac Saavedra banks it home. Giving the Mustangs.
Wow.
Did he call bank?
Oh,
Does he have to call bank? He don't need to. No, it still counts.
At this level, it
still counts. Wow. Man, I think we just need to stay here for this one. I mean, we're coming down the stretch here.
I want to stay here, Coach. Let's keep it here. Let's talk about this game, man. What a play! I mean, fantastic, just body control, and I don't even know if he had like that great of a shot right there, Coach. I think he just kind of threw it up.
It looked to me, though, I think Coach Huffmeister wanted that because it looked to me like there was a double stagger screen set there.
Got you.
It wasn't just your standard high screen roll. Like and I'm just speculating. I don't know what the call was or anything, and it seemed like Saavedra had no hesitation coming off of those 2 great screens that were set to let it fly, and he shot it from well beyond the high school. That was a collegiate three-pointer there.
Absolutely.
Banks it home. And now, again, both coaches down on a knee on their whiteboards, drawing up the next move.
Yeah.
What do you do here if you're Coach Semenk? You're down 3, late here in the game. You have a foul to give before Cy Ranch starts shooting free throws. I mean, what are some of your thoughts?
Yeah. So Langham Creek, they've shot a lot of threes that haven't necessarily gone in, but they've also made a good amount. You know, they have to find who's their guy. Right now, I think it's Washington. I think you get the ball to Washington. You maybe either let him work down low with this minute 14, try and get the possession again, try and throw a 2. But if Washington gets down low, maybe a double, toss it out to one of your shooters and see if they can make it.
I know that A.J. Carter has, I believe, 3 triples on the night, number 21, but here we go. Braylon Scott, he's the point guard.
That would be great. Get over to Carter, drop it down to Washington, maybe see if Washington can do something, toss it back out.
Braylon Scott penetrating, floater, deflected, and it's going to stay here with Langham Creek.
Wow.
And look who's checked back into the game, Kyle. Jason Cotton is back in here in the crunch time.
Of course, for defense. They're going to call a quick timeout. We'll actually take them this with you. Don't go anywhere. 3-point lead here from Cy Ranch. Less than a minute to go in this game. You're watching Vype Live. When it comes to accidental injury cases in Houston, there's one law firm that files more cases in Harris and surrounding counties than any other firm. That's Daspit Law Firm. Why? Because they're the best at what they do. Getting their clients the compensation they deserve for injuries they've wrongfully suffered in an accident. If you suffered an injury in any accident and would like a free case review, call the super team at Daspit Law Firm, 713-322-HURT. That's 713-322-HURT and DaspitLaw.com. Bringing back in Coach Kovo and the video here. Man, what an exciting game this has been, Coach. I mean, we saw the first game between Willis and George Ranch, and we kind of assumed that George Ranch was going to come in with the height advantage and everything like that. But we came in predicting this game was going to be close, just depending on what we saw from pre-tips and before the game and everything like that, and it hasn't disappointed,
No doubt about it. Oh, almost stolen on the inbound. Good job by Scott to fight for that. Williford almost got it. High screen roll. Rattan Mays driving, spinning, forcing it inside. Yeah, that was too tight. Williford gets the deflection. It's still alive. Langham Creek has it. Going to get it back over to Gilliard. Carter driving baseline. Back up top. Rattan Mays for three. Oh. No good. That was a great open look. 27 seconds, and there's going to be the foul. Man. That'll be, yeah. They had a foul to give, so they got to foul one more time to send Cy Ranch to the foul line. I think they're going to try to go for the steal here, and if they can't get it, they definitely have to consider fouling fairly quickly.
No, I agree. Turn this into a free throw game with less than 30 seconds remaining. Man, Langham Creek, great find there, and a great three-point shot, just not able to knock that one down, but great play call by the coaching staff in the Lobos on that one.
I think Jordan Washington fouled out on that one, so he'll be done for the evening. That's going to be tough.
That is going to be tough, especially down low, trying to battle with the likes of Tippins and some of the other big guys.
Oh, almost deflected there by Gilliard, and they're going to foul Cottenham.
Yeah. It looks like the Cy Ranch fans are happy about that, fouling Cottenham. We'll see if Cottenham can make these with the three-point lead. I mean, you make one of these turn into a 4-point game, it's...
One thing I know for sure, he's not intimidated by the moment.
Oh, no.
He is just one of those guys you want to have on your side. He's short, though. Ball's alive.
The rebound.
Langham Creek has it. 20 seconds remain. Going to get it over to Scott. Scott driving middle, dropping it inside. Almost an and one opportunity as they dropped it inside to Iherian Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison, hands getting a little sweaty down there and just a little bit too high off the glass on that finish, but able to go to the free throw line and try and get a couple more free throws here.
I think it's the right decision. They didn't need to shoot the three. I mean, there's still 14 seconds. Yep. Harrison, long off the back iron.
Yeah. Yeah, you want one or two of these to make at least a 2-point game, maybe win on a three, possibly tie on a two.
That one's long as well.
Wow.
And there's the foul.
Yep.
Langham Creek, when they go back and look at this tape, they did miss a lot of free throws down the stretch.
Yeah.
They did have some opportunities. So I know it's not early in the season, but it's still before district play. So I think that's definitely something Coach Semank will be working on.
Yeah.
As they continue through the season. All right, here comes some big free throws here for Josh Goodwin. It's still, I believe it's still just a 1-and-1 here. So this is a live free throw. It's short. It's alive. Again, another opportunity. Rattan Mays. I think now they got to try for three.
10 seconds.
Yeah, good timeout called there.
Yeah.
Really smart call there by Matt Semank. And you want to just stay here for this?
Yeah, I do want to stay here because I want to mention one thing. You talked about the free throws, and specifically in this fourth quarter, we talked about Cy Ranch and how they've pretty much been the bonus for most of this fourth quarter. And Langham Creek has had those opportunities at the charity stripe, at the free throw line. We saw Washington. Mm-hmm. We've seen a couple of the other guys, and they just haven't been able to connect on the free throws. I just wonder, Coach, if Langham Creek did make, let's say, half those free throws that they missed, or more than half, what this score would look like, because they've had a lot of attempts in this fourth quarter.
I think it may be even or slight edge for Langham Creek, but also on the flip side, Cy Ranch has had two opportunities where they've missed the front end of 1-on-1s where they could have put this on ice had they made both foul shots. So both teams, it's one of these games where both teams are playing so hard and it's so up and down. I mean, I think fatigue has become a factor. Legs are tired, and so foul shooting has faltered. But Correct. Here we go. So Coach Semank gets to earn his paycheck here today. He's going to get to draw up. I mean, I think every coach wants this, right? You get to draw up the play that's going to get you the open three that you want to try to tie the ball game and send it to overtime. I think if you're Coach Huffmeister, you're telling your guys don't foul, right?
Of course. Yeah, the last thing you want to do is foul. Just keep a steady hand right in front of them, but make sure you don't touch any skin at this
point. On the flip side, though, you could also intentionally foul and send them to the line. I'm saying if they're shooting, don't foul a three-point shooter, but that might be Coach Huffmeister's thought is foul here.
Foul on the inbound pass.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you there, Coach.
And there it is. Yep. So we kind of
Man, when did you start predicting the future? I didn't know you got some like little crystal ball over there, Coach. That you're just.
I think it's a smart move by Coach Huffmeister.
I agree.
Because you're up 3.
Yeah.
Even if they hit both foul shots, you're still up 1. And as we've been talking about, foul shots have been spotty. So
yeah, we just talked about them kind of struggling with them. So
smart move.
Here's the spot where they proved me wrong.
This is where Braylon Scott. He's been the floor general tonight. He's going to need some big foul shots here. And there's a lid on the basket for him right now. Yeah,
I agree. They're just unfortunately not falling in. Great substitution there, bringing Cottenham back to get on the block.
I think if they make this, maybe they'll use a timeout if they have some, just to try to set up a trap, or we'll see kind of what the plan is. Its second one's good. No, they're going to play it. They're probably going to go for the steal, and Coach Huffmeister will take time. He wants to make sure that he gets this proper inbounds play.
Yeah, I don't think he liked what he saw coming out of that one, and obviously on the make, I think he had it in his mind that he was going to take a timeout anyway. On the miss, though, I think most coaches in general will just let the guys play. On a miss with this 2-point lead, you let the other team beat you at this point, right? You don't make any bad passes. You just make sure to keep good possession of the ball.
Yeah.
Not try and, let Langham Creek get a steal. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Langham Creek will sell out to try to get the steal immediately, but then I think they'll immediately foul if they can't get the initial steal. And so this in a lot of close basketball games, this game has flown by.
Yes.
But the last minute is going to take like 15 minutes.
It ain't just in basketball, too. There's a lot of sports like that,
true.
Coach. I mean, football, and this is where it starts to get tight and grindy. And I mean, to nobody's fault, it's just that fouls are happening.
Yeah.
There's more free throws that are being shot, a lot more timeouts that have been called in this fourth quarter. But that's what makes basketball great. Are these little moments that you have, the coaches and the players. Especially, I know we keep harping on this, but both these guys being district rivals, and the fact that I'm sure these coaches are taking notes, keeping film, and going to see how this game comes out, so that they will have better knowledge of this game coming up later on in the season, because this is going to be a very good matchup in the regular season for both these clubs.
Okay, here comes Langham Creek. They're in full court man-to-man pressure. They can run the baseline because of the made basket.
7 seconds.
And there they go.
That was interesting right there, Coach, how they did that. Talk about that.
If both players are out of bounds, you can pass to the other player. It's a little known wrinkle, and that's just a way to kind of catch the defense off guard, hopefully get a little bit of separation, which it worked.
You didn't tell me that was Rich Point, Coach. What's going on there?
I was coaching freshmen, so my mentality was the old KISS method, keep it simple, silly, right? And so I wasn't going to even try to introduce that play.
No, that's very, very higher level.
This is varsity basketball.
I mean, I don't even see that on I see it maybe a couple times.
Rarely used.
But it was a perfect use of it, just because they're all selling out to that side, get it to your other guy and switch it up. And another timeout here being called. What do you think could be discussed here, Coach? Just making sure that we're on the same page as a unit, as a group.
Yeah, the parents here are trying to say that the team fouls are incorrect. I think they're set at 7 right now for Langham Creek. They're trying to say that it's either 9 or 10, but they're actually looking right now. The officials are checking with the official scorebook. Because, of course, the reason that becomes important is once you get to 10 team fouls, you get to have 2 free throws rather than the 1-and-1 where you need to make the first one to gain access to the second one. So we'll see the officials sorting that out right now, the official scorekeeper. As of right now, the team foul total is 11 fouls. And there they go. It's going to be moved to 8. So it's going to be 11 fouls against Cy Ranch and 8 total team fouls against the Lobos. So this will be a 1-and-1. So this free throw's live, so you're going to see everyone going for it here.
Talk about the biggest free throws of the game here with 6 seconds left.
And it's going to be Sanita. Be Maury Sanita at the foul line. Coach Huffmeister does not have everyone in the paint. He's got guys back to slow down penetration or to slow down the rush up the court. First foul shot, nothing but net. That's a big one. Now, if Sanita misses this one, then again, it's just a 3-point differential. You might see Coach Huffmeister foul again.
I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, he fouled on when they were up 3 on the sideline a little bit earlier.
They're both good. That might just put a dagger in it. And Coach Huffman says don't foul now. He wants to let the clock run out.
Yep.
Here comes Scott letting it fly. Off the front iron. Sabeja the rebound, and that'll do it. Woo! The Cy Ranch Mustangs stormed the court. They are your 2022. They're all storming Maury Sanita there.
I mean, it came down to free throws, Coach.
Yeah.
The funniest thing, I mean, we've been talking about free throws the last 5 minutes, and it came down to 2 free throws to put the dagger on the game.
And it was their big man.
Yeah.
Who, postmen aren't typically known for foul shooting, but it was Maury Sanita went in there, no hesitation, drains both of them, and that'll do it. So your 2022 LCISD Platinum Division Tournament champions are the Cy Ranch Mustangs, coached by Coach Mason Huffmeister. And any final thoughts before we get ready to...
Congratulations to the Mustangs. A fantastic win. But this game, I hate to say it was won and lost because it was just so close. You know what I mean? Langham Creek, they tried their best. They showed really good effort. You know what I mean? But I would want to come see this game in the regular season, Coach. Just the intensity, the effort here. We see the crowd showing love for Cy Ranch. And Langham Creek, I mean, give them credit. They had to beat Stratford to get here. And, I mean, these schools that we're playing, we're still early in the district, but it's not like we're, cookie-cutter schools here. These are some of the top schools in the city of Houston. And you just got to see some of the best basketball that I've seen out here at Foster in a long time.
Yep, totally agree with you. The parents giving the Mustangs a standing ovation as they're going to get ready to pose for their team photo. And, like you said, Langham Creek's going to have a great season as well. Can't wait to see down the stretch when they meet.
Yeah.
But that'll do it, Kyle, if you want to sign us off.
Yeah, final thoughts. Just want to thank a bunch of people here. Montserrat for being on the camera. Montserrat, I'm so sorry, for being on the camera for us all day out here. Big shout out to Coach Kovo. Shout out to Derek for coming out here. Shout out to everybody at Vype. Merle, Suna, Josh, you guys are great. And huge shout out to Lamar Consolidated ISD for putting on another tournament like this here at Foster High School. Great people at this school district, and I had a lot of fun. So final score of this Platinum Championship game, it's going to be Cy Ranch 47 over Langham Creek 43. Have a good weekend, everybody.